Welcome back, friends.
Ah,
Goons,
well,
gaggle
well.
all. We are back. It's been a week. We had our bye week, as the Eagles say. We had our bye week. We had a week off, and now we are back for Goon Files Season 2, Episode 7.
Good grief.
Holy humdinger.
In TTRPG parlance, I think they just call a bye week a shopping episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spending
I
your
like
gold.
that.
Yeah, going to the shop. Resting off sanity damage and HP damage. That that bye week.
I would like a shopping episode in the Strahdcast here coming. It's just there's
Yeah, I think
been
we're about
a
to.
lot going on.
Never time.
Yeah,
Never
there's a lot. Never time for any of that. Friends, thanks for joining us back. A lot has happened since last week. We are in the thick of it right now, right here, right now. But before we get back into the thick of it, we have to handle a couple of business things. So I will start by saying, I think we're going to do a little switcheroo this time, right, Campbell? With
Go for it. Yep.
with the ad stuff. Cool. So, we are brought to you tonight by our lovely, lovely, lovely sponsor, Modern Artifice. Use Goon10 at checkout, and that'll get you 10% off at their Etsy shop and their website, www.modernartifice.com and www.etsy.com/shop/modernartifice. We have two other affiliates that we will be shouting out tonight. We have Into the AM, which is www.intotheam, and you can use the discount code GOON10 at checkout for 10% off your order. If you love shirts, all sorts of crazy, cool artistry shirts. And then our friends...
Hey, big boy, you like shirts?
You like shirts, big boy? And then our friends across the pond at Tabletop Dominion have all sorts of dice trays and dice and all sorts of cool things that you can get for your tabletop role-playing game needs. And our discount
If you
code
haven't seen our Tabletop Dominion ad on TikTok, it's worth looking up for the Dice Earring fashion show.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Fashion show at lunch.
Yes. And for them, you can use our discount code Critical Fail DM, and that'll also get you 10% off your order. So Critical Fail, FAYLE DM at checkout, and that'll get you 10% off your order there. Campbell, would you be so kind to tell us about our giveaway?
Wait, shit.
Indeedy. Okay, what happened?
No, sorry. I just my work computer is on next to my whole streaming setup, and I just happened to be pulling a Diana. I'm running a script that will take all night to run, and I found my eyes continuing to flick over to it because it's just like something new would pop up on it every once in a while. And then I remember, so I was like, let me just close that laptop so I'm not thinking about it. Then I remembered, wait, I can't close it because the script has to run.
It's
so
a
I just like, there was a moment.
Oh, Diana.
Ignore me. Sorry.
Always
Continue.
doing
Carry
it.
on.
She's always with us.
Giveaway corner. Here we are in giveaway corner, and our giveaway is brought to you by Thirsty Dice in Fairmount, Philadelphia, where we procured these dice, where the very cute shop owners, when I was getting a bunch of dice, asked me to rank them in order of edibility. These were low on the edible list, but high on the like Strahd vibes list.
Sure. Uh-huh.
So today we have some like sort of translucent black and clear with red lettering, very Strahdy daddy looking dice from Thirsty Dice.
Daddy. Those are some Stratty Daddy dice.
Hell yeah.
Stratty daddy. And We are also giving away, for the final episodes of this stream, we will be giving away once per episode a digital copy of the module Jack Frost from the publisher Arc Dream Publishing. Thank you so much to our friends at Arc Dream Publishing who also shouted us out on their social media this week, and we so appreciate the boost coming from the makers themselves. Stick around until the mid-show break, and with something in prior to that will hopefully guide me spiritually to an answer of what you will post on our most recent Instagram post, which is a picture of these dice. We'll ask you to type something on Instagram on that post for your chance to win. While I am here, I'll also do content warning corner. So far in this, I've gotten frostbite, K8 a guy. There's a mean dude not taking seriously how hard Teddy worked for his GED, and Tyler's best buddy almost died. So stand by, take care of yourself. If it ever gets too intense, take a little break, come back when it's fun again. That's the whole point. Did I do it all? Is that it, Ned? Did I
You
get
did.
it in?
You
before I
handled us.
sneezed?
You handled us.
Okay. I also didn't sneeze. That'll come down the pipe later.
For those of you just joining us and you don't know what Delta Green is, or you've never heard of Delta Green.
Is it a bug hunt?
It's a good thing you asked, Campbell. Thank you. Delta Green is not about a bug hunt. Delta Green is not about guns, and Delta Green is not about understanding. Delta Green is about the end. The end of everything, your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. It's about the end of everything and your place in it. Because you'll end too. That's what the fear is about. That's what this game is about. It's not about winning. It's not about advancement. It's not about the best weapon or the most clever plan. Delta Green is about the end of everything and how much of it you'll live to see. Welcome. I'm Ned Iannacone, and I'll be your handler this evening for Season 2, Episode 7 of Operation.
Whoa, Sarah. Wow, off the bat.
Oh my God!
Holy
Sarah?
moly, Sarah!
Oh,
Sarah with the
thank
gifted tier
you.
subs. Thank you so much.
Goodness
Holy heck.
gracious.
Coming right out of the guy. I didn't even get the sound.
Thank
run
you,
yet.
Sarah. Gracious Measers.
Oh.
We pan up and we see through the window of this shaggy trailer as we zoom right in to 7-8 people, including our researchers, all pointing firearms at each other in a crazy standoff. Just guns held. They are point blank range with each other. Harris is telling people to stand down. Put your gun down. Put your gun down. I'm not going to ask you again, Farrell. And Major Farrell is going, I'm not going fucking anywhere until you tell me what the fuck is going on. What do you guys want to do?
Jesus. Did you say we already have... Did we have weapons drawn, or we're just watching this unfold still?
I will say that if you would like to take an action and pull your gun out, then I'm going to ask for initiative from everybody.
I feel like it would be my impulse.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
Just
you
to
pull your...
Control the situation, yeah.
Yeah, you pull your gun. Who are you pointing it at?
I'm not pointing it at anybody. Can you take the music down just a little bit, Ned?
Sure,
So
absolutely.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm with Campbell on this too. I would also pull my gun, but I wouldn't necessarily point it at anyone. I just want it drawn in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm drawing it. I'm holding it and two hands and pointing it down at the ground, like off to the side. And I think at this point, I'm just still like waiting for more
Wide-eyed,
information. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, thank you, Abster, for inspo.
yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Daphne and David, please both give me a stealth roll to pull your guns out without being seen by any of the people holding guns already.
Whew. It's an 8 under like
Sweet.
70 something.
Nice.
David, you turn your like. I imagine. What do you do? I imagine you like turn to the side or like.
Yeah, I think it's just like his movements are so natural. It's just like part of him. It's just like it just like appears in his hand, and he's just like kind of just like got it, just there. Like no one even sees it. All of a sudden, it's just there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Attention of
I
the
rolled a 63 over 30 because, and I don't think I'm trying to be stealthy necessarily.
Great. As you pull your gun, Daphne, Harris, one of Harris's agents, clocks you and moves his gun to you. So now you have a gun.
I immediately put my gun on that dude's head.
Great.
Wait,
Oh,
you said
okay.
Harris was pointing a gun at me?
So Harris, one of Harris's agents, has moved his gun away from Farrell's guys and has swapped it to you since he saw
Yep.
your gun come out.
I'll pull
And
my
David-
gun. Like, yeah, you better readjust that aim, son.
Oh.
I'm just looking at him like this as I like hold
Got your
my
hands
gun
up?
up.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. Showing you're not a threat, even though you have your gun out. You're not a threat.
Yeah,
Very
I'll
cool.
hold one hand out to him, hold my gun up.
Holy humongous, Batman! Look at this hype train we got going through the chat all of a sudden.
Hype, hype,
Oh my
Hype,
gracious.
hype, 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 hype.
How come everybody's got guns? I thought we was all on the same team. I'm confused.
Teddy, I want to disabuse you of the notion that we are all on the same team.
Oh.
I couldn't agree more with you. Put your guns down. This is the last time I'm going to tell you.
You
God
only
damn
said
it!
it once.
Don't you tell me what to do. I'll put my guns down when I'm fucking damn well ready to do so.
What if we all put our guns down? Then nobody's got guns. Then nobody needs to do anything except not have a gun. What do we say? Why don't everyone give your gun to me?
Teddy, give me a persuasion roll.
Yes!
Yeah,
Atlas
and
Incorporated. Oh, thank you all.
Thank you, Alice, for the gifted tier 1 sub.
Gracious.
this whole time too, David just keeps like glancing at Daphne, like he's just kind of taking her lead.
Yeah, I can feel that. I'm holding the same position and I'm just looking over at him like very steady, just
No,
to
it's-
like share that feeling of just like be cool.
It's 34 over 22.
Damn it.
Sorry, I tried.
I suggest you keep your mouth shut and you let the big boys play, Teddy.
Oh my fucking god. Will one of you use your words, big boys, and tell me what is going on?
It's like it is just. I mean, Farrell. You want to fucking tell him or should I, Harris? Don't make me shoot you, Farrell.
Ned is in a standoff.
With Please, somebody make a decision before I have to roleplay with myself again.
What is I wanna see if I can find the guy I inadvertently seduced last time. What's Gibbs doing?
Come on.
Gibbs is one of the guys that has his gun drawn.
So he's can I just try to draw his gaze over to me and try to make eye
Oh my
contact with him?
god.
Sure. What are you gonna do? What do you want? What do you say? What are you gonna roll?
She's gonna
think-
be hot.
I pretty much, yeah. No, I'm just like, you know that thing you like when you want someone's attention but you don't want to say anything and you just try to like look at them really hard.
Yeah, so they
I'm-
can feel you looking at them.
Yeah, and then they might glance over at you. That's what I'm trying to do.
This
Her
is a perfect time
perfume
for a
wafts
Charlie's
over.
Angels reference. Yeah, that's right. It's if we were Charlie's Angels right now, you would hear in your earpiece, flip your hair. and you would say, what? And I would say, flip your goddamn hair.
Wow. What a pull.
Love that.
How does it go?
Yeah, like what are we thinking? Is this like persuade? I don't know. I'm trying to
give me a,
wordlessly get someone's attention. But I
Yeah,
feel
give
like
me a
it's-
persuade roll. Give me
Okay.
like a. Yeah, give me a persuade roll.
Got it. 45 under 60.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am.
He He totally failed. So he catches your eye, and he does that kind of like, he like looks over at you and just goes, kind of puzzled a little bit at first. You have his attention.
I think I just sort of give him like a sort of raised eyebrow look, like take it easy.
Remember, those are some of the prettiest eyebrows he's ever seen.
That's true.
Boy,
She
he
has,
is
like,
rolling
her eyebrows are
garbage.
sculpted.
He rolled a 91 to resist that. So he
It's hard to resist eyebrows that sculpted.
Instantly in love.
I love your eyebrows. If Frida Kahlo and Groucho Marx had a baby, that baby would have your eyebrows.
Melodic Maria says, bite your lip and look under your eyelashes. Duh.
I feel like I look like I'm in pain.
I
can't do the both at the same time. I can't multitask like that.
You see him, and he like lowers his gun, and Agent Harris is like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Okay, I think maybe I'll. My dog is desperately trying to get my attention. He just rolled a crit success on his persuasion roll. I think I will try to take advantage of like the lapse in their tension to just like move not into the center of like where everyone's pointing, but just sort of like get into like, you know, if you draw a straight line between Harris and Farrell, I'm sort of trying to like be the hypotenuse. I'm just trying to get into the corner of like everyone's peripheral. Peripheral, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to get into their peripherals and just, gentlemen.
As you do, one of Farrell's men puts a gun on you.
I point my gun at him.
Right, your gun's pointed at him.
Yeah. Whoever just pointed a gun at Olivia. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We all just worked very hard and thought very quickly to survive a very unfamiliar and very dangerous situation. Are you telling me that we are now going to take that moment and ruin it by just killing each other anyway? You are all trained better than this.
Lady's got a point, Harris. Why don't you put your gun down and we can talk about this like gentlemen? And Harris is just like... Give me a persuade roll.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
Come on.
Can the lightning
Already got
strike
Gibbs
twice?
slowly putting his gun down.
Got it. 21 under 45. What is it? Persuade is 60 something, I think. No, yeah,
Yes,
it's 60.
ma'am.
21 under 60.
The same
got
as
a couple
Blue Coat.
of-
Welcome to the chat for the first time.
We got a couple of first-time chatters in the tonight. Hey,
Yeah,
welcome
so
everybody.
having
Glad to
another
have
game
you.
Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome, welcome.
You see Harris's eyes dart to yours. You give me a human check while you're at it.
Yeah, I would
And
love to.
Daphne, I feel like maybe you'd clock this too. Go ahead and give me a
Okay.
human check.
Failed that one.
Okay.
Mark that off.
You just,
Oh, wow.
Olivia, you just get the sense that he's giving you like a dirty look, like, whose side are you on? You know?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 under 64.
Daphne, you,
And this is Harris I'm reading right now.
this is Harris. You know the eyes of a killer when you see one. This man was more than ready to murder everybody in this room if he had to. So he lowers his gun. Farrell puts his gun down. And you notice that Farrell has like a 45 Magnum with like a long barrel. Like everybody else has got like a Glock, but he's got like an old-fashioned hand cannon, and he's got like an old Western kind of like gun holster that he keeps it in, and he just kind of like points it down
I can see that thing. I've done a lot of interrogations. It's my specialty, and I have a degree in sociology. And I can see that when when Farrell is, there's something moving him. There's nothing moving Harris. He's just making another choice to make another move.
Absolutely.
And so I just see that like animal darkness in his eyes, and I'm watching him to see what his next move is going to be.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right, Harris. Why don't you come clean? Why don't you tell us what the fuck is actually going on? Harris just looks at all of you and goes, you have your clearances. Each one of you is on a need-to-know basis. And as soon as we find out more, as soon as you are cleared to know, you will know.
Hold on. What got us to this moment? All of this. Either one of yous can speak, but what brought us here?
Farrell looks at Harris. I reckon maybe it's one of my copters falling out of the sky. Maybe it's the fact I gotta write 6 letters to 6 families telling them why their kids aren't coming home. Maybe it's those poor bastards at the borders. Huh?
Harris,
What are you gonna tell them?
we need to know.
Yeah, I mean, we almost done got our toes is frozes. I'd say that puts us on the need-to-know list.
Give me a persuade roll.
Me?
Oh, yeah. And you have advantage on this roll.
Okay, the first one was bad. I'm gonna use that advantage.
Okay.
Come on, yes! 10. Under, what was this one?
Persuade.
Persuade. Yeah, 10 under 70.
Thank you, Abster, for the hydration check. I needed it.
Thank you, Abster.
I got more stickers on my. I got my handle me daddy sticker on my water bottle.
Yeah.
There you go. Bet you have fun explaining that one to people.
Thanks, Kate. Thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub for Haster. That was really
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
You guys are awesome. Yes, remember, if you don't like ads, subscribe. It's the fastest way to get rid of those ads.
That'll show them.
Yeah, I think I think that maybe if this persuade was on Harris, I think he just sees me seeing him. He sees me clocking like his whole game is the dead behind the eyes. Like, what is going on?
As soon as I find out, you'll be the first to know, Miss Crook. Let's just say what we're dealing with is not human.
Would you like to have a private chat about what it is?
Like I said, if I knew, you'll be the first to know. That's why you are all on the ground. That's why I'm telling you all to start researching. The slower you are, the more likely this thing is of getting out. And the longer we sit in here with guns pointed at each other and we argue, the less gets done.
All right, then why don't you tell us, right? Why don't you give us a directive? All right? Why don't you let us know what's the next step in the process to get more information?
Well, it would probably be going into Willis and investigating all the places that froze over.
And nobody has done that yet?
No. It's only been a day. We were too busy carrying all the bodies out of the frozen buildings. Or perhaps you thought they magically appeared.
Fuck you first. And 2, where would you start?
I would most likely start, and he pulls out a map. I would most likely start, I don't know, Hank's house, maybe? Any of the places inside the town? It seems that most of the weather patterns were circulated over that area.
All right, well, we got our orders.
Great. And he turns, and 2 of him and 1 of his agents begin to walk away, and Gibbs... Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Critted.
Gibbs falls out of love with me.
No!
Damn
Gibbs turns to you, Olivia, and just goes...
Whoop! Campbell thought you were talking to her. God thought he was talking to her. It's okay. We just dropped Campbell.
That's all right. We'll get her
okay.
back in a second.
Yeah, we'll get her back. Okay. Yeah, she'll give a very, like, as imperceptibly as possible, give like a little nod.
Yeah.
It's like a little,
Right. And he turns and follows out.
Okay. So he's walking outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should say he is following. He's following the group.
Yeah.
Of them
Yeah.
leaving.
So I'm gonna want to follow them, but I'm gonna give them a little bit of distance. And in order to do that, as they're walking out, I'm gonna go up to Farrell and say to him, "Hey, don't go anywhere. I think I'll have some questions that you could probably answer. Just sit tight." And then she'll take.
Well, I'll sit tight, but my boy's gotta go. God damn it. We got a helicopter down in the middle of the fucking field out there by
Okay, let me just give
by
you
the blockade, by Block 5. We were flying overhead. We were trying to get some cover on the ground, and God damn it.
Was
During
that
the storm it went down?
Hmm?
During the storm, your helicopter went down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucked
Was
up the
that-
radar. Something electromagnetic or something, but everything went out of whack and came tumbling down.
how high was that helicopter flying at the time?
15,000, maybe?
Was that the highest
16,000
altitude
feet.
aircraft you had out at the time?
That's as high as we've been flying, yeah.
Okay.
We've been trying to keep it a little bit on the low side so things from Birmingham and out there can't see us.
I just wonder what all this would look like from above.
You want to try and get a bird's eye view?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, weather does come from the sky. So if we are trying to figure out some weather stuff, maybe we should go to the sky, Diana. That's good thinking.
Maybe. Look, just call it, I don't know. Just call it a hunch. I just wonder. That's all. I also don't really want to be around long enough to see it happen again. So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is.
Fair enough. Gibbs, do you? No, sorry, not Gibbs. Who are we talking to?
Farrell.
Farrell. You think you could maybe get us any other spare helicopters? Maybe we could go on up in your whirly bird, take a look. Maybe we can find out some clues.
Well, certainly I could probably spare one. Let's hear what this guy Gibbs has to say first, and well, if one thing's for sure, I could definitely give you a helicopter to get into Willis. Save you probably an hour.
Well, That works in either event then. Okay, let's go see what this feller has to say, and then we'll head into town.
Wait,
Hopefully
Gibbs?
we can.
Was
leave
Gibbs,
the
Gibbs was
base.
only talking to me, right?
Gibbs
was only talking to me, right? He wasn't telling everybody outside. That was just.
Oh, gotcha.
That was for my eyes only.
Yeah, that was Olivia's eyes. But as you guys are in there, Farrell walks over to you, Daphne, and David, and he just goes, "Something about that Harris guy gives me the fucking creeps."
Was he coming in here all wild and out, throwing guns around? And why was he coming in here pointing a gun? I still don't understand why everyone pulled guns out. I'm very confused.
All right, wait, Farrell.
Oh shit, David, you got disadvantage, my friend, from Haynes Kate.
Jeez.
She said, "They said, well, I did something nice, so I have to balance that out."
That's only fair. That's only fair.
Great. So,
That was Farrell.
Olivia, you go out and talk to Gibbs.
Yeah. Now that I've allowed them to put some distance in between themselves and me, I'm gonna subtly make my way towards the same exit they walked out through. Subtly, being the key
you
word.
head
there.
out.
She's going to walk in the least sexy manner possible.
Still catches everyone's eye.
She does one of the.
Inspiration for the GM from Garrett Greenland. Nedley.
Oh, uh-oh.
Huh.
It's chaos. Let's step on it.
Oh, inspiration to me.
Uh-oh.
Ah, okay.
Uh-oh.
To use as you see fit, I
Let's-
suppose.
Do it. Okay, so wait, catch me up for a second.
As you walk outside, Olivia, I'm sorry. Daphne, go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Hexfire, for the hydration check.
While we're all drinking water, Gibbs gave me a look and mouthed at me outside, as in like, go meet me outside. So, or cash me outside. So that's what I'm gonna go
Cashed you outside. Oh, you're going to do that now. You haven't had that conversation.
do.
Yeah, he was the
But,
original cash me outside meme.
Yes. While I was waiting for him to start making his way out, following Harris, mind you, I went over to Farrell and both Kay and Olivia would like to know what this storm looks like from above. So I was asking him how high his helicopters were, but it seems like they were all flying inside the storm, so he didn't get like a bird's eye view. But that's something. Should we be here long enough to see another night of this? I think that's something I'd like to pursue.
Get a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Okay.
David, as you are
about.
inside, the radio turns on and you hear somebody on the phone. This is Major Walker with the perimeter. Major Walker with the perimeter. Does anybody read me? Does anybody read me? This is Major Walker at the perimeter.
Yeah, if there's no one there to answer, I'll grab him back. Yeah, this is Kaplan, one of the researchers. What's going on over there?
I was hoping perhaps you could tell me, Kaplan. I've got soldiers with eyes frozen shut and others with third-degree burns on their body. What's going on behind that perimeter? And I'll leave you with that to think about your answer. When we cut to Olivia. Olivia, as you walk out, you feel a gentle but firm hand pull you to the side and kind of bring a hand up to your mouth. And he just kind of whispers in your ear. He goes, "You got to get boots on the ground in the town. You got to get in, Willis. That's all I can say." And he lets go and begins walking like off and just kind of like fixing himself as he walks away, like picking shit. And
Trying to be really subtle, but actually being really clumsy and spitting.
yeah.
Ugh, typical. Well, okay, so I was gonna. All right, yeah, I'll let him go. I'll just let him go because I think I don't want it. I want him to continue working for me, so I don't want to.
But it was rather sultry.
It was rather charged.
I think just to herself, Olivia will just kind of go, "That was completely unnecessary."
Oh my god. She's so brutal. I'm so scared of her.
I care so much about what she thinks about me. I don't know what's going on.
I know she's gonna hurt my feelings, but I really want her approval.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, just to herself. Little heavy-handed there, Gibbs. At least they smell nice.
Oh my god.
You get like a little bit of like a nice, like a aftershave, like a Yves Saint Laurent aftershave is kind of what you like pick up on.
Okay. I bet I know. I bet Olivia can tell everything about it by the smell of it. Yeah. She's getting the impression that this guy, like we established that like he's hot, but like he knows it. And I think
just a little. Yeah.
Few things make Olivia more proud than like when people are hot and they know it, just like knocking them down a peg. It brings her a sort of sadistic pleasure.
Yeah.
Anyway. But she's not going to do that just yet. She's going to hold that card up her sleeve.
She's going to wait. She's going to wait until she has him.
For the optimum time. Like a praying mantis.
Tyler.
Also, I'm CIA. He's an asset now. I'm going to use him until I can't anymore.
Yep. Tyler.
Yes.
David.
Yeah, so he'll be like, what's your body count? You guys need first aid help over there? What do you need on our end? We're trying to figure it out here still.
I got 7 men across 3 perimeters that are blind. I got 2 with 3rd-degree burns, and I got 1 that's dead of heat stroke. I need answers, Kaplan. What is going on behind those lines? Are you using microwave technology? Is there radiation of some sort that we should know about?
We're trying to figure out those answers too. Just stay safe, stay inside, stay together.
I can't stay safe and I can't keep my men safe if I don't know what I'm protecting them from, Kaplan.
I don't know either yet. Trust me, we're all in the dark. What's your leadership looking like in there? You lose any high-ranking guys?
Well, I have Lieutenant Mike, Lieutenant Johnson. He made it through pretty unscathed. He's got a couple of burns, but most of the people were from his unit that suffered casualties.
Okay, tell him to get in contact with me. We'll send you first aid help. All right,
I don't need first aid. I can handle first aid. I need fucking hazmat suits, Kaplan. If there's radiation passing across that line and my troops are getting radioactively boiled, they need protection. If you're not going to tell us what's going on, the least you can do is provide us with some materials to keep ourselves safe.
All right, I'll tell. What was his name? Lieutenant Johnson. Where do you want me to meet him? I'll bring him hazmat suits.
Tell him he sounds like an asshole.
Roadblock 5 on the outskirt to the west. I'm up here at 7.
All right, I'll bring extras and I'll let him distribute them.
Roger that. Over and out.
And then, I'll just breathe a sigh of relief that I know Mike Johnson's all right. And then I'll go meet up with the rest of the team.
Can I have tried something real quick while all of this commotion is resettling? Olivia's out, like, people are calling, and I imagine all of the guys who were just in the standoff have kind of like gone off to their corners or aren't talking to each other. Where do people keep their stuff while they're here? Is there lockers? Where do people keep their personal shit?
Yeah, they you notice that there's like in the bunks, in the bunk room, all the researchers have put like their bags and stuff like underneath their bunk or on top if they're in the top bunk.
Where does Harris stay? I imagine he's not in the bunks with everybody, or is he?
Give me a search roll.
I'm not gonna fuck this up.
He fucked it up.
What'd you get?
Fucked it up.
Yeah.
I got a 64 over my 56 search.
64 over 56. You want to push a roll?
You have inspiration, don't you?
No, I already burned it.
Yeah.
She burned that.
Yeah, I want to push it.
Push it. Push
Yeah,
it real
I
good.
think I head over to. So where am I? What was that search for? So I know how I'm pushing it.
Your search was to find like where he would stay, and you're just
Okay.
really not getting like you see the room that he went in and out of, but it's tempered glass in the pane, so you can't see through it, and it's push the roll.
Okay. I'll let you handle me, Daddy.
Maybe maybe someone
That's what I
walked
There
do
in.
we
best.
go. All right, that's a 17 under my 56.
Maybe someone walked into the room while you were looking, and you were able to, and you were just sort of like, "Whoa, what's this over here? Oh, whoops, I forgot my something."
Daphne, as you recall, you're like thinking back to like the last couple of moments because there was a lot going on, and there was a lot of like haywire kind of traveling around the room, and you were kind of in fight or flight mode. Now
Yeah.
that you revisit what you were thinking, you remember Harris exiting the door in which he came out, like guns blazing. There's a key card reader on the side of the door, and as that door opened, you saw through there to another room that looked like an actual bedroom.
Fuck. Okay. Okay.
At that time, Bimmel
Thank
kind
you.
of comes out of the room, and she's just kind of like,
Yeah.
"Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
everyone all right?"
Immediately I see her in distress. I take off my glasses. I start cleaning them, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
That certainly escalated quickly.
You ever seen anything like that?
No, I can't say that I have.
All right. I don't know about you, but I'm a little shook up. I need to go call my kid. Is
Right.
there? But I don't want to do it in the bunks. I don't want to do it in here where, if people see me crying in here, they're just gonna like write me off. Is there a private room with a phone I could go into?
Well, the only other private room aside from this one is Harris's, but that requires a key card, and none of the researchers have that.
Who does?
Harris and his agents. However, it does look like we've gotten some new data from the energy surge, and it's quite alarming.
What you got?
Well, if you look here, and she kind of brings these readers over that were hooked up to the wall, and she shows you these readings.
Whoa.
If everybody would like to take a look. You're going to see
Oh.
something that says the electromagnetic spectrum. It's got the frequency and temperature of body emitting wavelength and all that sort of sciencey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, if you look here, this is the normal frequency, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is at 143. We captured it. We have the data. It jumped. Exponentially.
So, in layman's terms, what does that mean for us?
Well, this is UV light, right? This is the same. This is visible UV light. Normally, we see tiny amounts. We can't even see it. However, in the middle of the storm, when we started getting hot and cold and hot and cold, look how high it jumped. That's not normal. That's not earthly. It shouldn't go above, I dare say, 4 or 5.
That's light. Would we have seen that?
I think that might be what's causing the Borealis.
So there's more light in the air than normal?
She then points to another thing. And look at this one. Microwaves. That's what was boiling people. That's what was making us so hot. something was causing microwaves to go off the chart.
Yeah, something was causing this. Why?
I don't know.
And I don't mean the weather, Bemmel. I mean if something with a purpose and a reason and some kind of intelligence, why would it want to do that?
Well, I don't know.
To test what? To get what information? To observe what?
Oh, yes, that's very interesting. Why would it be doing from hot to cold? Well, a hypothesis I could have would be that it's testing out the climate. It's testing out its new habitat. Perhaps that's
Maybe.
what it's doing. Perhaps it's
Testing out our durability?
perhaps.
Maybe it's seeing, how much, what different spectrums of light do to us, like we do to lab rats and stuff to figure out all kinds of biotechnology and the like. They're
Teddy,
testing us.
Are you insinuating that they are using us like guinea pigs?
Well, we had the idea. It stands to reason another intelligent species somewhere out there in the universe would have it, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, Teddy, that's much more believable than the Walt Disney's frozen head bit.
I know, and that's real.
That's his litmus test for reality and truth.
That's right.
Somebody fucking clip that. So that happens. And then she points. And look. Over here as well. Ionizing radiation in the air. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of things that were going awry. It was a perfect storm.
In any other circumstance, Bemmel, in what other circumstance have we seen all of these things happening at the same time? Is there any other natural or unnatural phenomenon that you have ever seen where radiation, UV, temperature, why would it all be happening at once? Have you seen this ever a connection between these things before?
She slowly takes off her glasses. And Daphne looks you dead in the eye. Miss Crook, I don't think you understand. There are many natural phenomenons on this planet. The aurora borealis, lightning strikes, ice cold temperatures,
The
very hot
Macarena.
heats. What?
The
Are you talking about the plants?
The government invented it to control people's minds, like honeybees.
All right, Daddy, hush now. The point that I'm trying to make, Miss Crook, is that in any of these circumstances, the amount of things that need to happen and go right for them to occur is almost 1,000,000 to 1. And in this situation, all of these are happening at the same time. There's not a moment on Earth where this has been recorded. Everybody give me a sanity check.
Whoop. These tend to go great for me. I have a little bit of a track record.
I rolled a 16 under my 67.
Great.
41 under 52.
I rolled exactly my sanity. What does that mean?
That means it meets it beats it.
19 under 61.
Great. Now, I have DM advantage, so I'm going to ask you all to roll
shit.
again.
I got to roll again, too,
Oh!
because you want me to roll twice? I have disadvantage.
Save that disadvantage.
Okay.
Save that. Yep.
I'll hold it.
So everybody re-roll for GM.
Everybody re-roll your
Um,
sanity.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
brutal,
God.
Daddy. That's brutal.
92.
34. I did even better.
God damn.
Still got it. Still got it.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 this time.
Okay. Yeah. I knew I'd get one of you sons of bitches.
God
David,
damn it,
give me
Harris.
a D4 roll, buddy, as you're looking at all this information and just kind of going like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like none of this makes any sense.
Oh, that's a 3.
Oof. How does that manifest, man? What does that look like?
Oh man, I'm not a very smart guy, so.
But I think
I think it just manifests as just like a like blank stare, just like
Okay.
like he just kind of like freezes for a little bit.
And in that moment of you freezing, you realize that you can feel your heartbeat in your chest, and you are so consumed by anxiety, stress, shock, who knows what.
I mean, the anxiety of you finally having Johnson like with you on a mission and you can't do anything to help him.
Yeah,
It's
Of
like
course.
5 miles away, and you can't. Oh, that sucks.
But I think
Rough.
more so than anything, aside from the bond damage, in this moment you're realizing you were just as helpless as you were in Iraq with him when Project Dirtwolf came flying through, knocked out your communications, made you guys completely helpless in the field. You couldn't get any evac, and you're looking at this, and the only thing you can think of is, holy fuck, it's happening again. So you take
was a
3 points of
Very
sanity damage.
cool thing you just said, Ned. I liked all
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Bimmel points at it and goes, look, even here, high frequency infrared. I mean, the heat waves, this is perfect. This completely explains those microwaves as well. And this one.
What is this now?
This is the interesting one. Everybody give me... Who has... Let's see here. Who has...
Certainly no.
Does anybody have science?
Not I.
Military science.
That counts. Give me a
Okay.
military science roll. If
Okay.
if nobody else has science, everybody give me a science roll at 20%. See if you can hit it.
Oh, I do have science. It's at 10.
That's
Teddy,
usually
yours
easy.
will be 30%.
Oh, okay.
Not me. I failed.
Yeah.
No.
Got
Ooh,
it.
crit
40
fail. Yikes.
45 under 53 for my military
Okay.
science land.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a 62, either over 20, or I do have a 61 military science land too, but either way, it's a fail.
Yeah, I
You have
crit
a higher
fail. I got
military science
55
than
over
I do?
10. Or 30.
Listen, Kay, I specialize in killing people, not being smart.
I specialize in killing people by being smart.
Well, right. We got
Hey.
different ways of killing people. You do it the smart way, I do it the brutal way.
I specialize.
Potato. Let's
Yeah.
call the whole thing off.
What you saw here is
I break their hearts, you break their bones.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What a team.
If you blow a potato up, it doesn't matter what you call it.
That's true.
what you recognize,
Mashed potatoes.
Olivia,
Yes.
is that okay? That's enough.
I can't help it.
Focus.
I saw
We
Kay.
got a lot
work-
to get through.
Kay went. Mashed potato.
Just sprinting through the mind palace. Puns, quick puns.
Teddy, what I'm about to tell everybody, because you crit failed, even your character doesn't understand after they know it.
Okay.
It's just too complex. Olivia, you realize that these extremely low frequencies, these elf waves, are the register of matter of waves before they become microwaves. So even before they are microwaves, they're these. And it shows how fast, in a matter of less than a second, it jumped from that into the microwave sector. So it didn't gradually go, it jumped through the roof.
Yeah.
You also know that by looking at the ionized radiation... See if I can
Go
get to
on.
that again. Sorry, I just want to pull it up so everybody can look at it.
Oh,
The
yeah,
ionized radiation sensor.
So
The
everything.
sensors read from 100 PHC to 300 EHC. X-rays and gamma rays.
Hmm.
Comparison with the UV visible light meters show the energy emissions continuing to rise in frequency at the same rate. Soft X-rays to hard X-rays to gamma rays. The largest portion of detected radiation is gamma radiation. 511 Kelvin, which is
Ooh.
literally
Ah.
what was boiling people alive.
Huh. Hot, quite.
That value is notable to you. It's the same energy level of an electron-positron annihilation event.
Bang. Okay.
So the heat that was traveling was that same level of initial heat wave that comes from a nuclear blast. And something tells you that it's only going to get worse. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh.
As you look at this and you realize that something unnatural is causing this nuclear level of fucking crazy shit.
I am on fire. That was a 37 under 53. 2.
Sweet.
52.
You take no sanity damage. How does that manifest? How do you how do you hunker down in that moment when you make that recollection?
I think she has spent a few years out of the field. She's been at her desk and she just got a master's, and it wasn't in this, but I think she's just like she's so used to having science on the brain after these past few years that she just like she has an initial thought of like, okay, that's weird, and then but just goes, but the science, but just like glosses right over that and starts thinking about it, and just immediately like her brain gears are turning. And I think to Bimmel, she will say, so, okay, physics is not exactly my strong suit. I'm more of a chemistry gal, but that's neither here nor there. But basically all waves is radiation. Light is radiation. Radio waves are radiation.
Yes, you've grasped it, yes.
Thank you. So can we assume that at certain points, all the radiation in this area spiked? So, I don't know. Could that possibly mean that at one point, the visible light spectrum radiation became microwaves, and that microwaves became gamma waves, and that radio waves became visible light at some point?
Close, yes.
And so,
yes.
That begs the question.
Yes.
Did it all spike at once, or was this moving in its own? Were these spikes happening independent of each other?
I'm glad you asked. And she points at like this, this kind of Richter thing that they had on the wall. And she kind of goes through the paper and she's like rolling it back up and she goes, look here. And she points to it. And it says 1:43 a.m.
That's when everything spiked.
All of them spike.
Whoa.
And she goes back and she points. She goes, look, 1:43. 1:43. On the millisecond. All at the same time.
That was the same as the first time, right?
And she, in that moment, fails her sanity roll.
No.
As she realizes, but wait, that's by the laws of physics, that's impossible. Things happen gradually in our atmosphere and our. Excuse me, I need to sit down. She sits down and she like.
I get her a chair. I like come up behind her with a chair.
Hey, she's British, right?
Yes.
Let's bitch some tea.
Yeah, are there any tea in this place?
Are we assuming that all British people drink tea?
Yes.
We are fully knowledgeable that all British people drink tea.
Yes, there is some tea in like this kind of instant kitchen that's kind of been popped up.
Okay.
But more importantly, might be the issue that she's hyperventilating. Does anybody want to address that?
Okay. Yeah. If I see her hyperventilating, I'll send someone off. I'll just point at the nearest NPC and be like, hey, would you mind putting a kettle on for some tea? Just trying to like maintain. She's sort of like going into.
Yes, I'll be right back. And,
Great.
And German guy kind of moves over and starts making
German guy's always there for us.
What was that?
No, you're good. Carry on.
Thanks, German guy.
Right, one for you two, for the two of you, or
make it around.
Around.
Bomb back there.
Tiger bomb. I never leave home without it.
We love German guy.
And he pulls out a
All right,
Yeah.
Fuck, I made
German
another
guy!
NPC that I'm gonna have to kill off at some point.
No!
wait.
You leave
He's
German
next-
guy alone!
Next time my character's about to die, I'll be like, German guy, save me! And
Right, darling, I'm coming to the rescue.
yeah,
So he brings.
So he goes out to make some
starts
tea.
boiling the tea, and he's pulling out the tiger bomb,
and
which is
then
really just
I'll,
Ben Gay.
Or actually, I feel like Daphne is probably more human skilled than I am.
Thank you, Firehoof Mama, for the hydration.
Thank you, Firehoop Mama.
So I think I'll pass that buck off to Daphne. I'll just go. I think she might be going into shock. She looks like she's about to start hyperventilating.
Oh, all right. And
Anybody want to give me a human check on her?
Defo.
Yeah.
I think while this is going on too, I'm still like on like the back stages of my insanity fail. So I'm like maybe sitting down and like just rubbing my eyes. So I'm not even really.
Yeah. The rest of you see that. So keep in mind that David looks a little worse for wear as well, friends.
I rolled a 52 under my 64 human.
I failed. So
and
we'll
a-
instead look for a paper bag.
As I guide her into her chair, I'm going to place a firm hand on her chest to cause her to kind of like relax into the seat, and hopefully like the weight of it will cause her to take a deep breath.
Yeah. Give me a psychotherapy
I got 30 in that.
or a persuade.
Okay.
I'll take an argument for either. You know, Campbell, right out of the gate, that Campbell knows that she just took 4 sanity points of damage from the recollection. Daphne knows that she is hyperventilating and that she is having trouble grasping with the concept that all of this is connected.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I rolled a 67 under my 70 persuade.
Nice.
Right.
I love the
You
idea of using persuade to calm someone down because my brain just turns that into pull yourself together, slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to persuade her that everything is all right by maintaining. I go with the flow. There's no panic. There's no like, oh God. It's like, all right, okay. Put the hand on the chest, and I'm just
Yeah,
staying
you're not
right there.
you're not
with-
showing any signs.
I
of
got
issue.
one hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, I'm just trying to keep her talking. I'm like,
Perfect.
okay, wait 1 second. What does ELF stand for again?
ELF. It's a.
What?
Pardon me.
ELF. What does ELF stand for?
Extremely low frequencies.
Mhm.
It's
When did
before
you learn that?
microwaves. Oh, God. Oh, probably when I was in my 40s. I was doing my doctorate. Oh, my.
Does rain
Um,
fall in a liquid, solid, or gaseous state?
Rain falls in a liquid state.
Very
Teddy.
good.
Everyone knows
there
this.
you go. That was an easy one.
And after about 5 minutes, you steady her. You steady her nerves.
Great.
She's clammy, she's like kind of cold to the touch. She's like you pulled her out of shock. It was tough,
Yeah.
but
You done good. You want to go lay down?
yes.
All right. I'll get somebody to bring you some tea, but just go lay down. Like, we've already been through a lot.
My.
It's all right.
In the meantime, I think we're going to head into town, see if we can't find anything else out. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know.
Yeah.
So there's a great, and she is like, right. You can always call the HQ here. The number's right there on the wall, and you notice that it's just a 5-digit number. It's like a quick in the area connect call. So it's not wired through like a bunch of different dispatches. It's like hardlined into this tent. So only people in this immediate area can like get to it.
If we're saying that we've kind of like led her to the door and she's gone off in the bunks, would I have clocked what passed between Olivia and Gibbs?
No. You didn't catch it in the moment, and you didn't roll for it in the moment. So I'm gonna say that you didn't catch that. I'm gonna say that was specifically just for Olivia.
Okay,
Get your own hot soldier.
I don't need him. I need you.
Oh.
But I had a plan, but now I don't have a plan.
It is what it is. So as your handler, I'm gonna bring up a couple of things. Right, you're at a point now where it is early morning. You have the whole day ahead of you. You can investigate the psychological effects of the energy surge, aka, like Olivia's freak out in the morgue. What this stuff is doing to people. You can start to look into that stuff if that's something you want to do. You can go into town. You can search Willis for any sort of like things that might have caused this, or like start to look for like leads or starting points or information. You can do that. That will take the longest. That will take most of the day to do that.
Let's get
you guys already got kind of a gist of studying the energy surge. You already kind of looked through stuff and like understood what was going on. But yeah,
let's get
there is also Deputy Dawson. And Deputy Dawson is back at the roadblock 5, and he is the one who
waiting for hazmat suits.
Yes.
Well, let's get a wiggly on it, right? Because I want to make sure we are back here somewhere safe before the sun starts going down. I don't want to be caught, outside with another flash storm like that. Oh, Bimmel, one more question I got for you.
You hear from the other room.
In.
Yes.
All these readings.
Daddy, be gentle.
What is it, Theodore?
I just wanted to ask. So these things are like waves, right? And waves still have to travel through the air from one point to another, right?
Yes, Teddy.
So if you have readings of all these waves and how they moved through the air, wouldn't it be possible to maybe sort of recreate the trajectory of the wave and find its origin point, therefore finding where it came from, and we might be able to find some clues there?
Stands up.
You're such a good actor, Ned.
She moves over to you, puts her hands on your cheeks, and goes, "That's brilliant.
Thank you. I just got my GED.
Right. Gaston!" And the German guy who's like making the tea is like, "Yes." And she's like, "We need to recreate the waves. We need to follow them. We need to follow the trajectory. We need to find where they're originating from. Can we do that?" And he's like, "Well, I could crunch the numbers. It might... Well, let me see here. Do you want your tea on... Yes, make the tea, and then we'll talk over the tea." Great.
Well, great. While you crunch the numbers, we'll head into town, see if we can't find anything else out.
All right.
But that's great. If we know where it's coming from, then we can head right there, right to the source, maybe stop it.
Into town we go. And with that, we will take our break.
Woo-hoo!
We will
stop
there.
Yay, Teddy.
Teddy saves the day.
Has to reshoot.
For the genius boy himself.
I believe
Well,
that
friends,
is
thank you so much. Campbell, would you be so kind as to tell our friends how to enter for these sweet, sick... It says on the box here, it says translucent smoke red dice.
Strahdy dice.
And a PDF of Jack Frost provided by Arc Dream Publishing and Shane and Rachel Ivy.
Indeed. So you are to enter our giveaway, go to our most recent Instagram post. That's Instagram at CriticalFailDM. It is a picture of the dice you have a chance to win. Go into the comments and please leave a comment of what German guy's catchphrase would be.
Love that. Love that. And whoever wins, it will be canon.
That will be his canonical catchphrase.
Uh-oh, it's a big one, y'all. Be careful.
So before we go away, Fire Hoop and Mama, she-you is something that Trevor has started saying, but we've canonically made it that Teddy can say it. And so I've made it as a redeemable thing. Anytime you redeem a she-you, any of us will, whoever sees it first can do the she-you. So
that's my favorite catchphrase.
that's German guy's catchphrase. She-you.
Yuka.
Look at you adding Goon Point redemptions. I'm so proud of you.
With that, we
Deputy
will take
Twitch
our-
Witch.
Deputy Twitch Witch. I took a level in Twitch Witch. That's what
There
it
we
is.
go. That's right.
I multi-classed.
Multi-class.
Yeah.
We will take our
Dual-class
quick
Twitch
break.
Witch.
Don't go nowhere. Tell your friends to come check us out, and we will be back in a quick 10. Thank you so much, friends. And we're back.
Ha!
We're back.
Hi.
Hey there. Hi there. Ho there. Campbell, would you
Yes.
be so kind to tell our listeners what they won?
My pledge. And oh my gosh, I tried to keep a tight spreadsheet of who all has won the giveaways. So if at any point you're like, you silly goose, I won last week, I'll be like, congratulations, you won again. And then pick somebody different the next time. But this week, a very big congratulations to our friend Atlas Incorporated,
Hey!
Who- put the catchphrase, "Ah, Schnitzel, it's time to splitzel."
Yes, it's canon.
which rocks.
That's
Let me
great.
write that down.
That's really
Aw,
great.
Schnitzel,
Aw,
it's time to
Schnitzel, it's time to
splitzel.
splitzel.
So funny,
So
I
dude.
have a
Atlas, yeah, go for it.
I have a quick anecdote from Germany. Kylie and I were at like Oktoberfest, and she was walking around with a schnitzel semmel, which is just like schnitzel, which is smashed chicken in a sandwich. And like somebody came up to us and like said something in German and like kind of pointed towards what Kylie was holding, and she just went schnitzel semmel, and the guy just like nodded and like patted her on the shoulder and said like schnitzel semmel, then like just like walked away. We're like,
Was it a
okay,
quiz?
I guess that's not what he was looking for.
Oh dear.
Were I a German person in Germany, during a time of year when I imagine there are a lot of tourists in Germany,
Right.
I would not walk up to Kylie and assume she speaks German.
Maybe it was because we weren't wearing like lederhosen and shit, and it seemed like all the tourists wore that and like the locals did not. So maybe
Got
we
it.
were just so out of
Okay.
touch that we looked like we were local.
I might buy you as a German I might
Yeah,
buy you as
sure.
German.
I look pretty German. I'm like 50% German too. So
All right.
that helps.
Well, Atlas
sucks.
Incorporated, congrats.
Sorry, yeah.
You will be receiving these very schnitzely German dice. They're not German at all. I just, I'm trying to
They're
trying to find a
Philadelphia.
place I'm going to put, oh, schnitzel, it's time to spitzel. In
You'll
And,
find it. You'll be
A-
campaign.
Atlas, keep an eye out. I'm going to be sending you a message on Instagram and asking you to make an account on this service where we can send you the PDF. It's very simple and easy to do. Anybody who wins from here on out, you just have to make a quick account on this. What is it? Drive through RPG?
Drive through RPG. And for all of you who have not used it before, go make an account. There is incredibly awesome stuff, and there is a need to know that Delta Green is released. That's free. It's a free PDF. It kind of introduces you to the game. It gives you like a little bit of info on how to create a character. All of that is free 99, free. So you can head on over there and download that immediately if you haven't won the giveaway. But for you, Atlas, you will be receiving Jack Frost, the PDF, paid for in full from Arc Dream Publishing. So we'll be sending that out to you
Yes.
soon.
Thank
I
you,
just
Shane
realized
and
that-
Rachel.
I just realized that I don't have a Drive Through RPG account. I need to fix that.
What?
I know.
Squawk. Oh, say that one more time, Nedley.
plan, friends.
There it is.
Yes.
The tunes were trying to steal your voice.
No, it's such
like
an
so
odd
many
thing.
sea witches.
I don't know why that happens.
All right. I think we split the party. The boys need to deliver some hazmat suits, and I say the girls head into Willis.
Let's
Time to
do it.
splitzel?
Holy schnitzel. Wait, what is it?
Oh, schnitzel! It's time
Oh,
to schnitzel.
schnitzel. It's time to
It's
split.
time to splitzel. Let's split the party.
See, it's
What
already
have I
paying dividends.
Fucking done. It's like herding
Indeed.
cats that have to pee. Great.
Usually
All right.
Kay just gets to edit all this out. Ned gets us live.
Oh yeah. This
Yeah.
cat's already out of the bag. There is no.
Well,
bag.
that's a good plan, Daff. I like it. You ready, Campbell? Let's see if we can't scrounge up some space potato suits.
All right. Do we have any
Huh?
way of reaching y'all if something goes down? Use y'all. I take a point of damage for being southern. Do we have any way to make contact with you guys when you head to the perimeter?
Okay, wait. Kay knows the answer to this question, but I want Olivia to not know the answer to this question. She's gonna look directly at Teddy and say, "Do you have a cell phone?"
I have a bird whistle.
Oh my god. That's all right.
That's all right. Kaplan.
For those of you that don't know, that's a throwback to season 1.
Oh.
Kaplan. Anyway, do you have some sort of
Huh?
electronic
Telecommunication device.
telecommunication device?
I did. I
Did.
kind of don't have it anymore.
Okay. Olivia's gonna reach into her bag and she's going to hand you a Nokia 6150. This is her personal phone,
Okay.
and she'll tell you the number for it, which is DC area code 555 50 11.
555-55-55.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. All right. I got.
She'll put the number for her burner phone on speed dial.
Perfect. All right. Cool. Yeah. We'll call you guys if we need anything. And Kaplan's still kind of a little out of it.
Are you sure that the number isn't 867-5309?
For a good time, call Olivia. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh no. Oh dear.
For a dead.
For a good time, call your
In
bank.
my defense, it was Abster Pointo 1990s.
It wasn't me.
Idea.
It was Cat. It was
you're like,
Cat.
you're like apologizing to Olivia. I see it happening. Yeah, no, it's okay. You're like, all right, I understand the joke. Oh, we've got jokes. Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah. So yeah, she'll program the number for her burner phone into her personal phone, which she is giving to you, and I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I forget it. So never mind.
Haster, it says, for a good time, call your wife who loves you, Kaplan.
I left a note. Okay. I left
Fire Hoopa Mama
a
says,
very
"Yeah,
descriptive
Kaplan."
note
Yeah.
that said, "Had to go."
I
Dash
love you.
D.
Oh no, never mind.
The "I love you" is implied in the "had to go." You know that covers
don't
all
think-
bases.
I don't think anyone has ever gone to a couples therapist and been told to communicate less.
Right. Except maybe me. Like, I think it's possible that a therapist would tell me to communicate less.
Hmm.
Sometimes I come home and I tell Trevor about my day, and he goes like this.
He does the Denzel Washington in Training
Yeah,
Day.
he does Denzel. I have a lot to say. Every thought that I've had throughout the day. All right, we gotta get into town. How are we gonna get there? Do we need to get a car? Do we need to get Farrell?
I think Farrell offered us a helicopter, if that still
Jiminy
stands.
Christmas. All right,
I
well, let's
mean-
take a helicopter ride.
Save us some time. We got a lot to do.
Yeah, and we
As you
gotta
wa-
rustle us up some hazmat suits. I'm sure they got plenty around here. These government types always got hazmat suits for one reason or another.
Hold on.
Oh no.
y'all got lucky. Bimmel sits up in bed and looks over to Yong and goes, "Wait!"
Yeah.
What's wrong?
She you hear the kitten heels as they kind of go across the floor, and she goes over to the board and she looks at the numbers again and she goes, "Everyone needs hazmat suits."
Everyone does. Why?
Is radiation still elevated?
That amount of ionizing radiation means don't touch the snow. Don't touch any of the snow.
Okay. Fair enough.
Snow is ice. It's made of water, and the water is carrying ionized radiation.
Would the bodies also be carrying ionized radiation?
Well, yes, but our spectrometer readings showed that there was minimal, very little. The amount that's left over after a lightning strike.
All right.
Nothing that would
Don't
harm
touch the
you.
snow.
But if you have a hazmat suit, I would wear it if you're going into town, considering that's where the center of the storm was located. We have
No, loud and clear.
we have roughly. We sequestered roughly 100. We didn't expect everyone in town to be dead. We expected maybe some of them would be live. And if they were still in town, we were going to suit them up and rally them out.
Well, we'll
But it
find a
seems-
good use for them. How many you say we need, Kaplan?
How many guys are on the border? We need enough for everyone out there.
Well, they're free for you to use. Us researchers aren't going to be leaving this HQ anytime soon. It's probably the safest place.
All right, well, let's pack the truck with as many as they can hold, and let's get it out. That lieutenant, I keep forgetting his freaking name, but he said we'll drop them off to him, and he'll distribute them all.
Errol?
No, the one at the border.
Johnson, I believe it was.
Oh,
Yeah, that
yeah,
sounds
Johnson.
right. Yeah.
God, just what an
Kaplan can
everyman
never
what an
remember
everyman name.
on account of them never having met before.
Sure, makes sense. Such a common name.
All right, boys, we're gonna grab 2 and hit the road.
Yes, dude. And Teddy starts scooping hazmat suits into his arms. I'll just grab as many as I can carry. You start the car, Kaplan.
All right,
Got
yeah,
it. What a dumb lunk, but I love the shit out of him.
And Trevor is so smart.
I know, it's really funny. It
Very
takes a
impressive.
smart person to play a dumb person.
Agreed.
Yeah. Do you have one of these hazmat suits in a 00?
Jesus Christ. I say Jesus Christ out loud. And I
Oh,
And I look
Bimmel
at
looks
David.
at
David. He's your
Yeah.
responsibility.
You-
He's your responsibility.
I'll do my best.
Don't let him touch anything. Don't let him say anything weird to anybody. All right, I got.
As she
This
says
one.
that, the camera cuts to him. He's carrying so many hazmat suits that his eyes are blocked, and he walks into the
it cuts to a mound of hazmat suits walking by.
Bimmel just
Oh my god.
It's like
Bimmel
solid
watches
snake in a
him.
cardboard box.
Bimmel watches him hit the wall and go, "Oh,
Oh dear.
And
All right,
like Kaplan scoops up a couple suits and look at Bimmel and goes like, he'll be all right.
I grab Kaplan by the shoulder. I turn him away from Teddy and Olivia. You gotta give me something, man. Am I all right with her?
If you would have asked me before today, I would have said yeah. I've never seen someone try to fucking eat someone else before though and be all right. She was reliable. We worked together, and I trusted her. I don't know what the fuck's going on here though, Daph.
Olivia, if you want to give me a dex roll to try to hear them, you can.
Dex?
Dexterous. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Is there a listen?
I'll give you something.
Alertness maybe.
Probably alertness or search, maybe. You know what? Let's do alertness. I'll do alertness.
Yeah, give me alertness. Alertness.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Cool. Oh, that works. I grabbed 2 dice from 2 different sets, but they happen to be a 10's die and a 1's die, so I'll do that.
You dexterously strain your ear in the direction
That's right.
that you need to hear.
She has a very articulate neck, and she's sort of like just gets her ear closer and succeeds with a 43 under my very high alertness score.
You don't hear exactly what she's saying, but you know she's you get the gist. She's talking about you, and she's
Sure.
Just
She's
as
wondering.
she...
Yeah, I feel like I get the sense that she doesn't quite believe that she can trust me yet.
Just as she's starting to clock into that, I'll just like clap David on the shoulder, like, all right, take care of yourself. And I'll turn back around and for a second, like, just make eye contact with Olivia, like we're heading out, and then just keep walking past her to wherever we're going to board this helicopter.
Yeah, and Olivia follows closely. All business. We will be gal pals by the end of this, Campbell. I promise.
I know. Listening to
Here
Goon
we
talk
go,
this week
splitting the
was like...
party. It's time for an adventure.
Ned is working
Alrighty.
on something. Yeah.
Goon Talk, for those of you who don't know, is our patron-exclusive podcast where we talk about the Strahdcast and other things happening in the Gooniverse. And if you are subscribed to our Patreon, you can listen to it.
At any level, patreon.com/critical subscribe to the $5 level. You can do 50-something episodes of Good Talk.
Okay, what's that link that's popping up in the chat suddenly? Is that a link to our Patreon? Sure is.
Oh wow!
There.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
So we are
hydration
headed
check.
somewhere.
In case I
We
didn't
are
see it.
headed to get on a helicopter.
While you are hydrating,
Oh, I left my water somewhere else. I regret my
we show
decision.
Teddy and David getting into a Humvee. Who's driving? David?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah, I think the camera cuts to a view of outside the windshield, and it's David driving on one side, and the other side is just completely taken up with hazmat suits, and you just kind of see his arms emerge from around the sides as he pushes things down and kind of gets it. Woo! Wow, this mission is already crazier than the last one, don't you think, Kaplan? I mean, she eats.
Yeah, I think I'm as lost as you on this one, Teddy.
All them big words that lady's using, I mean, she's nice and I trust everything she's saying, but I don't understand a word of it. I don't know why I got picked for this one.
You know,
Oh, no.
neither do I, good buddy. It seems this doesn't quite fit into my set of skills.
Oh, well, it's okay. We'll make do. Say, are you feeling okay, Kaplan? You don't seem to have your usual acid, steely deadliness. You seem a little adrift there, buddy.
Yeah, I'll pull it together. You don't gotta worry about me, Teddy.
Well, listen, I adopt a policy as come as you are, you know. So if you're feeling a little Fruit Loops, I think that's fine. We can still get everything done we need to get done. I'm just worried about you, buddy. I just want to check in, make sure you're feeling okay, and lend aid if I am able.
I appreciate that, Teddy. You're a good man.
Thank you.
You know, speaking of checking in, there's a lot of shit going on. Maybe I should make a quick call to my wife.
Oh,
my
you want to hang
God.
out? I'll just bury myself up in these hazmat suits. I'll be in the little tent. It's like I'm not even here. You go on ahead, Campbell. I'll just be here.
You
Sorry,
did it,
buddy.
chat. You did it.
You did it, Dads.
It'll be a quick. Don't worry there, Teddy.
Yeah, you go on ahead. I'll just, you know what I'll do? I'll sing something so I can't hear your private conversation. Okay, Rick?
Here you come again.
Dolly
And I'll
Parton.
make a quick call with the sweet sounds of Dolly Parton sang by Teddy in the background.
Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come alive.
Fuck, I saw that on Broadway and it was so fucking great.
What a masterpiece.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's-
Ring.
Godspeed, Kaplan.
Hello?
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Baby, where the fuck have you been?
I'm, not where I want to be, I'll tell you that much. But,
And where's that, David?
Oh, he caught the teddy.
in the middle of fucking nowhere right now. Trying not to freeze my ass off. Listen,
Fire.
I just wanted to call you and tell you I love you. Tell the kids I love them. I'll be home as soon as I can.
Are you okay? You're scaring me, Teddy. David, you're scaring me.
Yeah, I'm alright. I just don't know where this is going. And I just want you to know I love you.
God damn it.
Look, whatever you want when we get home, alright?
You fucking come back to me in one piece, you understand?
I'll sure as hell do my best.
Yeah, I love you too.
Oh, and
What am I going to tell the kids?
just tell them I love them. And tell Jack to keep his elbow up when he throws the deep ball. Tell Josh to work on that jab. And tell Sophie to keep her elbows down. Tell her not to, hurt too many people. She's playing soccer. She's not fighting anyone.
And she almost got thrown out of the game yesterday.
I'm not taking responsibility from all that. She gets some of that fire from you.
Yeah, I know. Bitch deserved it, I'll tell you that. She just was riding her all the way down the sideline. And
Well, maybe tell her it's okay to throw an elbow sometimes. Just be slick about it.
well, finesse is not your daughter's strong suit, is it, David?
Yeah, that part she might have gotten from me.
When you come back, we need eggs and milk.
Oh my god.
I got them.
All right. And you owe me.
Trust me, I know.
I get one of them anytime, anywhere cards. You got me,
I
soldier.
Think you get more than one.
All right, David Kaplan.
Man, I do love you hearing I do love hearing you say my name, even if you're a little mad.
I can't stay mad at you, even when I try. All right, go on.
All right. I love you, honey. Give my love to the kids.
I love you too.
Bye. Click.
It'll drive you crazy if you let it.
And then he'll reach over and touch the hand sticking out of the pile of hazmat suits that's Teddy.
Are you done? Can I open my eyes? Oh, well, it was a phone call. Sorry, I can't see those.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I just imagine that
David, add one to your bond with your wife.
Yay!
I feel like David's wife knew. There's no reason that she could possibly know this, but somehow she knows that he called from another woman's phone.
Oh my god.
So
God.
true.
Somehow she just has an inkling. She's like, wait a second.
Hold on a minute.
She hangs up
Yeah.
the phone and cut to, what's your wife's name?
Lois.
She hangs up the phone. We cut to Lois. She's sitting at the kitchen table, and there's an army of her girlfriends standing around her, side-eyeing the phone.
No, I'm going to say that caller ID. Say it's 98. So
We certainly didn't have it in my house at that point.
I'm going to say that on a cell phone, it's especially one of these old brick phones, that it's not coming up as, you know, like her house phone just rang. You know, she just picked up the phone. However, I do understand what you're saying. Like, that is a factor into it.
No, it's
No,
really
it's a
not.
joke.
There's
It's a
literally no way she could know. I was just making a really stupid joke.
Great. So they drive on down. Ladies, as you head out of the HQ, the tarmac, the you know, like the makeshift tarmac is to your right. And you see Farrell is kind of standing by one of the helicopters. And him and about 5 guys are like kind of tuning it up.
We safe to fly, you think?
Well, yeah, where you headed?
Hank's place? Hank's house? Hank's joint?
Oh, the bar.
Hank's. Yeah.
Yeah, I could use a drink myself. And he hops in and as the helicopter starts whirring.
I don't know that there's much to gain at this point, but you know, as high of an altitude as you're comfortable flying us at, I think might be for no reason.
Well, we're only headed about 15 miles, so
Maybe we take the scenic route? I hear Willis is lovely this time of year.
all right.
But use your best judgment, because we've already
Sure.
had one go down.
Yes, be safe. But I would like to just get a quick glimpse of the town from as high up as is feasible. I also don't want to lose too much time. So if it would make the trip longer than it would be by car, then don't go any higher than that.
Right, ladies. Well, your wish is my command. And he flips up the thing and it. Johnson, get this thing in the air, will you? And keep us a little higher than normal. And we cut to like this greenhorn guy who's like, all right. And he's got the helmet on. He's got like the kind of the blacked out shades, you know, for the sunlight. And you just hear like, and you
I
see
think,
the black walk.
I think when Farrell says your wish is my command, she just gives him like 2 playfully flirtatious taps on the chest and goes, "It was a command," and then puts the headphones on and gets in the helicopter.
I fucking roll my eyes. Like,
Well, I love me a strong woman.
Oh man.
Couldn't help
Great,
myself.
you guys get into the air, and you are moving toward Willis. As you get up in the air, you notice, as you get high enough where things start to look small on the ground, there is a perfect circle. It is a perfect circle of the diameter of the map. Outside of it, there is no snow. Inside of it, there is 100% snowfall and cloud cover. It is concentrated on Willis.
I look back. I feel like we've got the head. Are we like? Is
Yeah.
it like we've got the headphones in and we're
It's
like looking down?
loud. If you guys have never been in a helicopter, it is loud as fuck. You have to have the head things on, and that's the only way you guys can talk with each other.
I'm looking over at Olivia, like clocking that she's seeing the same thing that I'm seeing.
Yeah. She just kind of looks at you and just nods like, yeah, I see too. And like they have those like the things, right? So I think like because if I'm not mistaken, because helicopters are so loud, everyone on board gets like a little communicator where they can, but they're all on like the same channel.
Yeah. It's all singular. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, she'll acknowledge it, but she doesn't want to say anything like revealing, just because like other people can hear it.
All right, you're in the air for about 5 minutes, and then you land dead center in Willis. You land dead center in Willis, and specifically, where the hell? Sorry. You land, if you look at the map, you guys land right on that main road outside of Hank's house that goes down that straight toward Lock Dentistry, the church, and Joe Little Esquire. So you guys land right in that intersection. And it is a fucking ghost town. It is eerie.
Yeah. And we grabbed hazmat suits, right? So
yeah, we're
suited
hazmated up. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You boys gonna hit the ground with us, or you want to wait here?
It's up to you. You want us to stay here and wait for you?
I think that'd be best.
All right. Just holler if you need us.
And then I think I'm like looking over at Olivia as I like don the like mask of the hazmat suit and make towards Hank's house.
As you guys look like the researchers in E.T. and Stranger Things with your big kind of bubble suits on, and I imagine they're like a lime green color. They're just so out of place in this environment. And you hear in your suits the of the ventilator. Into Hank's house you go. As you walk into Hank's house, you find it is the local watering hole of Willis. This is the dive, the hole in the wall. And what you see is decorations of tinsel and holly and candy canes, and you see a Merry Christmas cutout sign is kind of hanging, and you see like little Santa hats, like the felt Santa hats are like on the bar. You see a punch bowl in the corner, and you see like little bowls of pretzels. You gather that there was a Christmas party. What you also see is 12 pairs of shoes that are frozen solid to where they were placed. Because in order to get the bodies out, they had to thaw the feet out of the shoes frozen solid to the floors.
That's fucking awesome.
So what you see are just these shoes in the places where these people died. There's one set behind the bar. There's one like over by like, the pool. There's two by the pool table. There's three at the bar stool. So Annie Podcast, welcome. Thank you for the raid of Snicks. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Raiders. We're just investigating a crime scene.
What we just found out was that our two ladies, Olivia and Daphne, went to Hank's house, which is the local watering hole. And as they got in there, they found that the evidence that they've seen is that before the people died in there, they were having a Christmas party. But because the people in there died from a flash freeze, we see the pairs of shoes of every person that died in there frozen in place to where they died. Because they had to thaw the feet to get the bodies out. So when you walk in, you see these just kind of like almost like little sculptures, these little shoes across the bar. There's a set of 2 or 3 by the pool table. There's 2 sitting at bar stools. There's one behind the bar. And if you're just now joining us, we are playing Delta Green, the TTRPG, and this is Jack Frost that we are running. Yeah. Kay, would you mind throwing our Patreon and website info and stuff up there for our new raiders, people that are here for the first time? And
I'd be happy to.
yeah,
There's our site, and there is our Patreon.
and that's the last we'll do of shameless pitching. But Olivia, Daphne, what do you
I'm
guys
not
do?
gonna make that promise. I cannot tell you the level of evil that I would commit for a pair of sunglasses to be within reach right now, because I'll use my headphones instead. Looks like this trail's gone cold. We won't get fooled again.
Won't get fooled again.
How loud?
Here's the new boss.
That was well done, everybody. Gotta say, everybody really jumped on that one. Good job.
All right, that was great, Kay.
Gee, you!
At some point during that, I got hair in my mouth. Anyway, so I think okay, so Olivia's looking around, and Olivia's gonna look at all this, and Daph, do you know what brinicles are?
No. Brinicles?
Brinicles, yes. Sometimes they're called, colloquially, icy fingers of death, which is a really dramatic name. They're common in colder parts of the world, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle. I remember hearing about them when I was in Tromsø on a job. And basically it's in bodies of salt water where, well, because water typically maintains a pretty even temperature. Colder in colder parts of the world, but warmer than the air in those parts of the world, right? But when the salt water at the top, because ice floats, gets so cold and super frozen so quickly, sometimes salty brine that gets left behind as sea ice sinks down below into the colder seawater below, and freezes everything it touches on the way down. This column of ice will come down to the sea floor and spread out, and everything it touches just dies immediately. I've never even seen it. I've only heard of it. And I have certainly never heard of it happening on land. But I just can't help but think of that.
Brinicles.
All this
Something
talk-
coming down from above and freezing everything it touches on the way down.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like. It really does look like an icy finger reaching down and then spreading along the ground and killing everything. It's terrifying to watch as you see, like, starfish and crabs skittering away from it as they're watching this wave of death come their way.
Yeah.
Can you
All this talk about radiation, I'm not a physicist. I have an education in what is basically applied chemistry. Not the same thing at all. But chemistry is just applied physics. Radiation is just energy. And what we experienced sitting in that circle, being microwaved, was just the experience of a whole lot of energy all at once. And I feel like that energy can't just be created. It has to
Right.
come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And that potentially explains why everywhere else gets so cold, because all of that energy just gets sucked into one focal point. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a physicist. I would have perhaps said this to Bimmel, but she was sort of losing it near the end of our conversation there.
All this energy gets sucked into a focal point. I can't help but feel. You saw that. You saw that from above.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you say? But what is sickles?
Brinicles.
Brinicles.
Yeah.
That looked like. See, when you say icy finger of death, there's a hand and an arm and a body and a mind attached to that for me. Who needs this energy? For what? Why all of this shit at once? Is it an experiment? To see what happens?
And why here?
And why here? Because
Maybe
it's in the middle of nowhere?
Maybe.
Because nobody will be missed that much, it thinks?
It.
Yeah.
Ladies, give me a search roll while you're in the bar.
26.
I just want to say, incredible role playing. That's awesome. That you two, it's just so good.
Aw, shucks.
It's just
Spiritual.
fucking chef's kiss. 26.
Under
And
my 56.
And 28 over my 21. Damn it.
Oh!
I rolled that and I was like, yes. Mark.
Daphne. You find a disposable camera.
I think
On the
I
bar.
think I'm talking to Olivia, and I like look away as I'm imagining like the finger of death, the hand, the arm, the. Wait a second. A disposable camera? Are there?
Like a
I look at
Kodak
the little.
disposable camera.
I look at the little rotary thing. How many photos are left? Is it spent?
One. There's one photo left.
So it's used up.
Yeah. Selfie time. Oh.
All right. What the fuck? All right. We got to get these developed.
Yeah. We'd probably have the means to do that back at the lab.
Okay. I'll stow that away. This is maybe apropos of nothing, but it's how my like FBI mind and how I would like to work a case is working. This is sitting on the bar counter.
Mhm.
What are the shoes look like underneath the stool where this person was sitting?
Nice.
Or heels.
Okay.
They're stilettos.
Good thinking.
Huh. Okay.
Very pretty Christmas themed kind of like.
Somebody who would want to take nice pictures and hold on to them and got dressed up that night and okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll kind of follow that thread around the bar.
Okay.
I just want to observe what has happened to all of the alcohol bottles.
Yeah. The alcohol. I don't know the freezing point of alcohol, like liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you put it in the freezer, it doesn't freeze. Like if you put whiskey or
Right.
tequila or anything in the freezer, it
Yeah,
doesn't freeze.
exactly.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fair
They're
bit.
all higher
It's a fair bit lower than water, but
Minus
probably higher than like
173.5 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 114.1 degrees Celsius.
lower than I
Right.
thought.
So the liquor is not frozen. However, the bottles are. The bottles are like there's ice crystals, like the water molecules that have been on the inside of the glass and on the outside of the glass and the condensation around everything is all frozen. But strangely enough, Campbell, as you breathe, you don't see your breath. Both of you give me a sanity roll when you see that everything is in frozen
coming.
stasis. But you both are like,
Oh,
it
shit.
feels
Out of the
quite
box, out of the box.
warm.
We don't
All right.
count out of the box rolls at this
That's a
table.
40 under my 67.
Great.
19 under my 52.
Great. Each of you take 1 point of sanity damage. Chip,
Ned.
chip it
Yep.
away.
Yep.
That puts me below my breaking point.
What?
I was at my breaking point is 52. I was at 52.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh
Oh
My
my God.
God.
Mark that down.
Oh, I'm grinning from ear to ear. Okay.
Give it to us, Daddy.
Great.
Olivia
You
suddenly
hit your
starts
breaking point.
making a grasshopper, a drink that only an insane person would want.
Well,
She-
hold on
she
now.
pours gin into a glass. Neat.
I mean, don't drink that because radiation and shit.
She's
What are you
not
working
drinking
on?
What? Oh, well, shit. I don't know, man. I don't
What
know.
do you? Let me ask you this, Olivia. What do you think it is about seeing everything ice frozen but not being frozen yourself that drives you to a bout of madness?
That is a good question. Because I feel like,
What would Olivia like? What would drive Olivia to freak out of that?
you know what? I think this is the straw that breaks the camel's back moment. I think she's very tired. She didn't sleep last night. The amphetamines have worn off. And I think she just looks around the room, and I think she sees like the icy finger of death. I think she sees the brinicle hit the floor, and just yeah, because she's looking, she's thinking, she's not really focused, she's sort of all over the place, she's tired, and then she looks, and just for a brief moment, like, okay, very quickly, one time, I think I've told the story before, but one time I was running on like 48 hours of no sleep, and I was in Miami at the time, and I was in a retail store, and I looked across the aisle, and I thought I saw Darth Vader. Because that's the kind of like stupid shit you see when you're tired and you like start
Hallucinating.
So I think she like literally sees like an icicle forming from the ceiling and going towards the floor, and starts to panic and like jumps up on the bar.
Okay. As that happens, you see over by the pool table this, like where a set of the shoes are, you see this icy finger, except it's not an icicle, it's an actual finger. You see this icy finger drop to the floor and just congeal into this like liquid ice mist as it floats across the floor towards your feet, which causes you to jump up on the bar.
I think she'll yell
Except-
at Daphne too, be like, "Get off the floor!
What?
Yeah.
What?
Daphne,
Feet up!
you don't see anything. Olivia, as you jump up on the bar is slick with ice. I need a dex roll from you.
Oh my God.
And I need it at -10.
Ah. Okay, so I'm trying to get under a 65. 76.
Oh my God.
Trombones at the gun.
You
Why is it always
slip.
K?
It really is always chaos.
You slip on the bar as you hop up there, and you fall back. And I'm gonna say that you hit your head on one of the racks with the bottles.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 2 points of damage as you clock your head into the glass.
Ow.
Because your whole weight, like you went to get up there and you slipped and fell backward,
Yeah.
full onto the shelf with this glass and this and everything. So what I will say is that damage, that fall, will pull you out of your bout of madness. I'm gonna say that pulls you out of your like insane moment. But
Right.
You do take 2 points of damage. That did occur. Mark down your new breaking point.
Which is my current sanity minus my...
I believe it's your
It's half, right?
I believe it's
of your-
half.
It's your.
Is that right? No,
It's
I-
minus your
No, it's-
power.
It's
Power.
minus your. It should be minus your
That
power.
sounds
So it
more
should be
correct.
like
Okay.
it should be
Okay.
a 10 difference in between, like somewhere in that range.
Yeah. So,
Should be your
so my
sanity
current-
minus.
My current sanity is 51. My power is 13. So that would mean 48. 38 is my new breaking point.
Gracious me.
That sounds right.
Awesome.
If that's not the case, we'll do that off air.
No, I'm pretty sure that's right, but yeah, we'll double check it. It really is always me. And as we said in this most recent episode of Goon Talk, it's because I'm an elder god in training, and I have to get used to this.
It's just all it just swirls about you.
Mhm.
When I
Daphne, you see,
when I shed this mortal coil and I'm being considered for ascension, if I can't handle a little sanity check, then
True, it's
I'm
true.
not going to become an elder god.
It's true. It's true.
Daphne, you see this happening with
What the fuck?
and then she falls backward and like clocks her head.
Oh my fucking god!
I think if that takes her out of it and she's like, fuck, because like she saw Daphne doubting her allegiances before, and I think she kind of just like pops up and goes, so what can I get you?
That's awesome.
It's gonna be hard to drink through that mask, but you know.
What is
Look at
wrong
the-
with you? Are you okay?
Are you? Are any of us? Would we be asked to do this if we were?
Olivia? I gotta keep it fucking together. Okay? I'm not fucking around. I'll know what happened with you and the boys. I don't know anything about you. Far as I know, you don't know anything about me. I can't not make it through this one. Okay?
Why not? Who's waiting for you?
I got a kid who's he needs to learn how to multiply the nines. Okay?
Whew. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I'm not trying to be a bitch, okay? I mean it. That's a lot of pressure. I know I come off really cold sometimes, and it's trained behavior, okay? When I get out of this, I go back to extracting secrets out of diplomats using my feminine wiles. And a man who I think still loves me, whether or not it's smart to. So, I don't often do this, but I will ask you to extend a little bit of grace to me.
All right, but how do you feel about him, though?
He's a nice guy.
What a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy. I've never been a nice girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I get that.
Who?
I'm working on it, though.
Well, you're hell of a lot farther along than I am.
Are you okay?
I don't think I have shared that many feelings since the last time I was concussed, so I might be concussed.
Oh dear. Okay.
But
You feel a little dizzy.
but concussions don't mean anything, right? It's the 90s.
Just
Shoot you! Shoot you, ladies! Dang, I wish I'd been there. That was nice.
Olivia,
Okay.
what's the drug you've been using while you've been here?
Ned's here to ruin our good time.
The one? The one
That's his
drug?
job.
No, okay. Since we've been here, amphetamines is what
Yeah,
I've
you've been
dipped
using
into.
methylphenidates, right?
I believe what
dosage?
I have in my bag is Adderall, and I
Okay.
believe I said I took a 30 milligram pill,
You took a 30 milligram.
which has long worn off by now.
Mm.
Yeah, because I took it before the autopsy.
Well, I don't know how to put this, but how long have you been using methylphenidates?
Long time.
Long time.
Long time.
Your tolerance has become quite strong to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to need maybe, I don't know, next time you use them, you might need 90.
Probably.
Yeah. So on your sheet, go ahead and mark addiction.
Damn it.
As your disorder.
Again with this.
When you suffer 2 or more sanity points, you feel the overwhelming need to use your drug of choice. Upon using your drug of choice,
You said
What
when
I was-
when I lose 2 or more, I feel the need for it.
you feel the need to do that. When you use it, this is the tough part, right? Because when you normally used methylphenidates, it would give you a plus 20 to all your rolls as long as you were using them. However, after it wears off in 6 hours, you then get that negative 20 to those skills. Now you don't get the bonus because it's an addiction.
Shit.
So when you use your methylphenidates, you automatically take your minus 20 to all skills.
Gracious.
Because you're not just using Adderall, you're abusing it.
Yeah.
You're going after the feeling that you once had of it. And that goes for anybody else who has addiction as their thing. When that triggers, when you lose a lot of sanity at once, that goes in.
Becomes an addiction. Shit.
Yeah. Going 24 hours without feeding the addiction costs 1d6 willpower points. Now, what you can do, and like we're getting into like some gray areas, what you can do is you can microdose.
Okay.
You can allow yourself to have a little bit throughout the day. Or like you can say, like, before I go to bed at night, I take my dose, and to like knock me out or to make me. However, that would have the opposite effect if you're taking Adderall. That would
Yeah,
wire
she's
you
not.
up.
She's not prescribed these pills. I mean, like, she is prescribed them, but not because she needs them. She would take them first thing in the morning, maybe.
So what you're battling with now is you have to balance out when you're going to indulge.
Yeah.
Because it can either hinder your mission or it can help your mission.
Yeah.
The
I
best
think-
part about this, though, is that as long as you don't lose sanity, you have control of when you do it.
If I don't
When
lose
you-
sanity,
when
this
you
is me we're
lose
talking
those-
about.
If you lose 2 or more points, it's onset. You feel
Yeah,
the overwhelming need to use it.
I think she has, for the majority of her adult life, sort of walked that line, and I think she has like cultivated a really strong sense of like, oh, it's too much, got to pull back, or I've been good. I know.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
So I think she's very finely attuned to this, and she's also very educated in this, because this is one of like the tools in her tool belt. She uses these drugs not only to enhance her own abilities, but to like take down other people. So I think she's able to tell. I think that sanity loss is like, oh boy, okay, I need a pill, and then she's like, oh, whoa, wait a second, need?
Yeah.
Bad girl, stop that. You can have a quarter of one.
This is dark.
So Daphne,
Yes.
give me a human roll
I was hoping you would ask.
on your friend Olivia. Oh, Razmataz, thank you for raiding with a party of
Hey,
4.
We got raiders coming in all over the place tonight. Hello.
Welcome, and thank you for subscribing at a tier 1 sub.
Welcome.
You rock,
Raiders
rock,
of the Lost
rock.
Sanity Score.
You just missed it. Our dear friend Kay here just suffered a crippling break in her sanity where she has now taken the addiction disorder to her character. So anytime that she loses 2 sanity or more, she will feel the overwhelming need to feed said addiction.
Losing sanity, that's what I do best.
Sure is.
And looking pretty.
Maybe what I do second best then.
Atlas Incorporated, for now you must depart, but thank you, take care, and thank you, and we will tell Cthulhu that you said hi.
And congrats on winning the
Thanks,
PDF.
Brady.
And the dice.
Congrats on winning the giveaway. We will get that out to you sometime this week.
Oh yeah.
Ladies, anything else before I jump over to...
I rolled a 60 under 64 for my human.
You've seen people snap before. You've seen like mental walls drop or go up, and you can tell that something has snapped in her. From whatever she just saw or whatever happened, you get the gist that something is not right. Something has really damaged her in this moment.
Seeing that opening, I'm just gonna say, what'd you see?
Oh.
I'm tired. I haven't slept in what at this point it's probably been 70 something hours. We were talking about barnacles. I thought I saw one. I thought
Where?
over there, right over the pool table.
I turn, and with the last frame of the disposable camera, click,
Ooh.
and then we cut away.
Ooh. Ooh.
Cool.
Ooh.
Daphne, take a inspiration.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Give it to her.
We cut to the 2 lost boys as they drive down the dirt road, heading
I'll
for
be
the
Martha.
as they head toward roadblock number 5 that you see there on the map. What do we? You guys arrive, and you see this major and Lieutenant Johnson standing outside, waiting for you guys.
Is that your man?
Yeah, that's him. Just don't forget, Teddy. We're keeping a low profile here. No one else knows we know each other.
You got it. Oh, my belly will be my profile will be lower than a rattlesnake's belly. Don't you worry, Kaplan.
And I think Kaplan just shakes his head and rubs his eyes and temples and goes, "All right. Well, here goes nothing." And then and he'll be like, "Don't forget to put your helmet on," and like they'll put their hazmat suits on and get out and be like, "Major, we got your hazmat suits for you, and make sure no one touches the fucking snow, all right?"
Yeah, just pretend the snow is lava.
All right. What's wrong with the snow?
Bunch of science shit I don't understand, but I don't know. It's radioactive or some shit. Just keep away from it, all right?
The major beelines it for Teddy.
Oh, hi.
What's going on with this snow?
Well, I don't know. We was just told to not to touch it. I think it may have absorbed some of whatever's going on in the air that's causing all this ruckus. So just don't,
Are either of you two bookworms able to tell me why I've got men with their eyes frozen shut in there?
This ain't our specialty, all right? We were brought here for other research, but
Other research.
we're trying to figure out the cause of this, all right? Dr. Bimmel, she's the one that knows what the hell's going on. It's fucking radioactive. We're seeing shit that shouldn't be happening here. Weather phenomenons. We're figuring out. Just put your fucking hazmat suits on, and we'll let you know when we know more.
The major gets really close to you, David. Son, I'm a major in the United States Army.
Yeah, and I'm a fucking researcher.
And I'm a bookworm.
Listen, Major. So we are
He
not
does an
trying.
about face, and he walks away. So they take the Johnson will take the hazmat suits and take them in, and you see as they are heading them in that several people are being brought out on stretchers into Humvees, and you see several of them are like bandaged all around their eyes, and then you see a couple of others are like their shirts are off and they're bandaged all over. You see one come out that you can't even see any of him. He's all bandaged up. He's so bandaged that it looks like they're bringing out like a mummy to put into the back of this Humvee.
Hey.
And then several other people bring out 4 or 5 body bags.
Hey. Looks like they did take the worst of it.
Hey, Lieutenant Johnson.
Yeah.
Let me got a second. Let me tell you a little something about these hazmat suits.
Yeah, sure. And he comes over to you and he's like, listen, man, the major's breathing down my neck, and they are, I don't know what you guys are doing in there, but it's not a fucking satellite.
Yeah.
Satellites don't cause this shit.
Yeah.
What is going on, David?
I don't know, man, but that jackass Harris says there's something doing this. So part of our team went into town to figure it out. We want to get these hazmat suits, gear up, stay the fuck away from any of the elements, and I'll let you know as soon as I find out more. But
it's like it's almost like someone's kind of up there looking down, running experiments on all us little lab mice running around in Willis. So listen, I'm not trying to jam the major up. We're not trying to cause any trouble. We really just don't know yet. But what we can say is make sure all y'all fellers are outside the line when night comes down, okay? We don't know how many more of these storms are going to come by, but you should be safe. Once you cross that line, once there's no more snow, you should be safe.
Okay. Listen, we've had to turn away a couple of reporters. They're wondering why the borders of town can't be gotten into, and why there's been no contact in town. So we'll keep turning them away, but
They handled
David.
it bad, huh?
David, if you know something, man,
Told you
you
all
gotta
I know,
fucking tell
buddy.
me at some point.
We're trying to figure it out. Just more's going on than we know, or than they're telling us. Just stay safe, all right? You got my burner still. I'll call you if you need to know anything else.
All right.
Just weird shits about it. It's like all these crazy things that all are happening all over the world for whatever reason are all pinpointing themselves right here in Willis. We really don't know any more than that. Honest, hand to Dolly.
Dolly?
Yeah, Dolly Parton. She's very famous. You know,
Did
9
he
to
just
5.
swear to
You
Dolly Parton?
Yeah, he's got his own things, but he's a good guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Holler when you know something. All right.
All right,
I don't
stay
wanna-
safe, Mike.
I can't stay safe if I don't know what's going on, Dave. All right.
Just suit up. I don't know, man. If I could tell you more, I would. You know that.
All right. And he walks back into the barracks. Cut to ladies.
Yeah.
Time is yours, and you've explored Hank's house.
Do we get the sense that that's the dealio? That's we've seen what we needed to see.
Yeah, it's like Locust Bar. It's a hole in the wall divey kind of feel. There's not much.
You can see the whole one room. It's okay.
That was a drop specifically for Campbell, so that
Thank
she
you.
could get the gist
I get the gist now.
exactly of what that bar looks like.
Or Philly folks.
Yeah, Philly.
may know.
Anybody who's been to
Like
Locust Bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you pop up that other map that has the location?
Yeah, like
Sure.
the focus in on
There you go.
Willis.
Mhm.
Yeah. That'll
Wait for the stream to
load.
catch up. There it is.
Okay.
So
Hank's
there's
house.
right away. There's the Esquire. There's the church, and I should say that there is a town hall as well.
Where does town hall lie? in
Town
this?
hall is like kind of so like Hank House across the street from Hank's house is the town hall. You know, kind of at the dead center of town.
But it's not on the map, so it must not be important. No, I'm kidding. But no,
it
that,
isn't
if
on the
it's-
map, but
Sounds like the
it's-
GM is calling an audible.
If it's close by though, I think it would make sense to check it out.
Yeah.
Also, like it's a gathering place. I don't know where people. If people were to notice, it seems like all of this happened very quickly. But if it were to happen slowly enough that someone could raise the alarm, it may be a place where people would gather.
Church or town hall, I assume, is where I would run in a town like this.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright.
check it out.
Worth a look.
We go to the town hall.
to the town hall you go. As you head into the town hall, you notice that the town hall has multiple little meeting rooms, but there is also a library. And you would know that a town hall like this with a library would probably have public records and newspaper clippings and stuff like that if you wanted to search about or do any research while you're here. But you see that the town hall is much like Hank's house, frozen.
What are we looking for at this point?
A time machine so I can go back and tell myself to get a degree in physics instead of chemistry.
Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, is there any maybe some sort of history? What weird shit has happened in this town before?
You should have met the gal we were working with before. She had this fucking computer. She could have looked up all these records.
Oh
And then-
yeah, there's
and-
some. I know some folks at Langley who can do crazy shit with their computers. The real eggheads, yeah, they can really dig some stuff up.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked what people can find out about you.
Can I roll the Delta Green equivalent of a fucking insight check on that right there?
Hey, give me an alertness on that.
Alertness on that? Okay.
Alertness, not human.
Ew, 63. Not with my alertness, but I would have gotten it with my human.
I will say that you're that I don't think that without the alertness that you think that she's like meaning anything otherwise than that.
I think like that was a slip. She said that,
Yeah,
and the second she
saw
says it,
that
she's
in
like,
your face.
"Fuck, you're slipping. You're slipping, Palapane."
But I don't know what to make of it yet. I'm not like I will say that the failure is I don't know how to. It just seemed like we were starting to
Yeah.
get on track, and now, so I'll just clock that and then turn and head into this library. Do they have one of these like? I think I would go at my FBI brain. I would go to one of these old newspaper clipping reels
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and just like. I wouldn't know where to begin except to start scanning through Christmas time. I would go back a year and then go back a year to around this time of year.
Great. Will you please look at the? Oh, did I mess that up? Hold on. Let's go
Not
back
looking.
for a second.
Not
Look
looking.
away.
While I
Look
fix
away.
that.
Nobody look.
Nobody look. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I never resized them all.
Oh, drat.
That's
Well,
okay. Give me
yeah.
30 seconds. I'm gonna fix this real quick because I have a level in Twitch Witch.
You have a level in Twitch.
You sure do. Okay, well while you're doing that, Ned, I think Olivia catches herself saying that and has like that oh fuck moment, and I think clocks Daphne, clocking her having that oh fuck moment,
Mm-hmm.
and goes, hey, how so you've worked with this isn't your first time with Delta Green, I take it.
No, I was on a mission like 3 years ago with the David and Teddy
Yeah.
and Diana.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Who contacted you for this one?
Jack Portman.
That's what I thought.
Who contacted you?
I'm gonna give you one guess.
And how'd that conversation go?
Imagine how every conversation we've had with him has gone. Just like that. I've worked with Portman before. When I worked with David and Teddy at Yosemite, Portman called me for that. As far as I can tell, he is my Delta Green handler. And yet I have heard nothing from him. Has he spoken to you about this?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I didn't like the way he sounded when he called.
When Portman called.
Yeah, I like to think that he's got more answers than we do. And he seemed off balance.
Everybody can look now. I have somewhat fixed it. So bear with me. I know it doesn't look great, but I'm trying to
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah. What do you got there?
Anchor. Tragedy struck the Williams family of tiny Willis, Alabama last night. Susie Williams, 17, died of exposure in a sudden cold snap. It has local residents wondering just what is behind this peculiar and deadly weather condition. Cut to the reporter wearing winter clothes, standing outside a small house. This is 95. 3 years ago. Reporter, Susie Williams was out walking the family's new puppy. Her mother, Abby Williams, told News 44, cut to an interview with a grieving middle-aged woman. Abby Williams. The dog was still house training, so she wanted to take him out even though it was so late. She put on her coat and gloves and everything. She didn't walk all that far. She knew better than to walk too far when it's cold out. I don't understand it. Cut to a doctor in a small doctor's office. Voiceover. Elizabeth Brown was Susie's doctor, and she examined her after Susie was found by a neighbor. The doctor says it was simple exposure. She was outside at the wrong time, and the cold caught up with her. It's a terrible shame. Reporter. Susie's father says she was hardly the first victim. Cut to Johnny Williams. I guess it was Jack Frost. Looks like Jack Frost come down to town again. Cut to overhead shot of the forest and rivers around Willis. Reporter. Jack Frost is a local nickname for sudden, deadly cold snaps, which residents say have occurred around Willis every few years.
And then you can keep looking. The next part of that page is there now.
Fade to a series of photos, a plain-looking man in overalls. The reporter says Leroy Corder died in 1988 while out fishing. He had been on the lake for less than 6 hours, according to his wife. Amos McGee died in 1984 while working on his tractor. He was found underneath the tractor, tools around him, dead of hypothermia. Harold Kill died in 81 in his barn, feeding his chickens. His wife said that only 2 of the chicks died with him, and the rest were still clucking away around his lifeless body. Weatherman. What we call Jack Frost is a rare cold snap that settles in a highly localized area. We think it happens when a certain combination of air pressures and land formations pull down a piece of a cold front coming north from the Gulf of Mexico. But we don't understand the process entirely. The fact is, there's a lot we just don't understand. Maybe someday we'll be able to predict these snaps. In the meantime, be careful and stay indoors when it's cold out. Anchor, that's good advice for all of us. A funeral for Susie Williams will be held at Willis First Baptist tomorrow.
And now to you, Jim, with sports. Roll Tide.
Yeah, exactly. So you find that. Go ahead, you two. I'll be right back.
Huh?
Huh?
There's no one to... I feel so unhandled.
Okay. All right. Wait.
Did we know?
80,
Did we? They mentioned
80.
Jack Frost before, but did we know
81.
how frequently this happens?
I certainly did not get that fucking impression that it was in every couple of years.
Is deadly.
Deadly casualties every couple of years with this same phenomenon. But what I'm seeing here that doesn't feel like today is that this motherfucker died and his chickens were still clucking away. It did not used to be the whole town. It used to be one at a time.
And last night was worse than the night before. Is this getting exponentially worse?
Over many, many years. One at a time.
And more frequent. What are the years?
All right. I the first clipping is stuck in the thing. But
Damn machine.
Oh, now
Olivia,
it's
wax it.
80. I think 80, 81, 84, 88,
88,
93, 95.
84, 88, 95. 84, 88, 95. That's... Oh, God.
It's like
Math.
every 3 or 4 years.
Then why did it happen twice in 2 days?
Because it's fucking escalating. It used to be one at a time. One girl walking a dog. Wait, did the dog live?
I don't think it mentioned the dog. Well, I mentioned the dog, but it didn't mention what happened to the dog.
the guy with the chickens. They lost a couple of chicks, but the rest of them were still around. It's these focused attacks, and they're starting to widen their scope.
I hear what sounds like cosmic paper shuffling.
Uh-huh.
You find this as well.
Oh boy.
Disturbance at Town Hall! It's not the 20s, it's the 90s. Why am I talking like transatlantic?
A Willis Town Hall meeting the night of December 17th was disrupted by Carpenter Howie Parker. Mr. Parker seemed to be in a daze. He shouted at everyone in town. This was just a couple days ago.
Oh, shit.
What did he say? It's stuck in the thing.
Damn machine! Olivia punches it.
The big knob won't turn.
He shouted that everyone in town had to leave at once or else suffer an evil curse that his grandpa Hiram had known about. Howie was laughed down by the citizens at the meeting and escorted out by a sheriff's deputy. Most concluded that he had been hitting the brew at Hank's house a little earlier that night. Fuck.
Hiram. Olivia's gonna go through like town records, look for the name Hiram.
Grandpa
Where-
Hiram.
Where do they live? How did the deceased ones die? How far back does this family go?
So you go back to Hiram and you find is Howie Parker. And Howie Parker and him had the same address. So you realize that like he inherited his house.
Okay.
Um
I think Where? Where?
To quote Diana, try me.
To quote Campbell, where?
the deputy who
Yeah.
escorted Parker from the town meeting spends most of his shifts in Russellville. Russellville is outside of Willis, so you'd have to travel to see him.
Okay.
And that's all the information we can get on
Parker
the family.
lived in a single wide trailer at 12 Shady Lane, the forest road that runs south through Willis all the way to Crow Lake.
What do you think? Somebody knew something, and it's this motherfucker.
I think that might be our next stop.
Let's roll.
Do either of you have archaeology?
That's incredibly unlikely.
Keep asking that. None of us have archaeology.
You don't need archaeology. But you also find this, Campbell.
Ah!
Oh,
Hold
what's
on.
that?
Fancy.
What's that?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can see it. Dearest Willis, I
Dearest
hope
Willis.
this letter of December 14th, 1914 finds you, Anne, and my darling grandson well. It is a bitter season here.
Not
my God.
perhaps due to the weather, which has been unseasonably mild since Thanksgiving, but because...
Hold on. Loading.
Oh my
But
gosh.
because
But because you are not here to celebrate Christmas with us.
Oh, that's mundane.
People being people, this warm weather has revived talk of how Ed Norton died in
Died?
January 3 years ago. You
You cannot have forgotten the stir
cannot have
of
forgotten stir the Larson boy raised when he found poor Ed frozen to death near Crow Lake on a night that
Ernst,
cannot have seen
oh,
the low end of 50 degrees.
why don't they teach cursive in public schools anymore? Elizabeth?
Elizabeth McKinnon. Elizabeth McKinnon credits the fairies. The fairies. What the fuck? What the fuck? This was in 1914?
Yeah.
This has been-
1914,
Okay.
1981,
How-
1984.
Pardon me, but how did these hicks not put this pattern together? Excuse me. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, yeah, I don't have a good answer to that.
Crow Lake,
Crow Lake.
Crow Lake, Ed
Parker
Merton?
House.
Oh my god.
Okay. News clippings about Crow Lake and entries for all of these surnames: Norton, McKinnon, etc., etc.
You also find this, Campbell.
Oh Jesus.
Son of a bitch! It keeps going.
These will be the last pieces, and then we'll close up. But go
The
ahead.
Secrets of Moundville. The defining feature of Moundville Archaeological Park is the widely dispersed arrangement of 29 flat-topped grassy hills or mounds. Most are 12 to 15 feet tall, but some cover an acre or more and are 30 to 60 feet high. They have been found to contain pottery and post holes, remnants of old dwellings. Other discoveries have given archaeologists a picture of a farming tribe, perhaps several thousand strong in its heyday, led by a hereditary priest, chief, oh boy, who worshipped a fire or sun god. Moundville was originally surrounded, all 300 acres of it, on three sides by a mile-long wooden wall, complete with towers. The area is bordered on the north by the Black Warrior River. Originally a thriving town and home to all classes of the tribe, the mounds eventually were occupied only by the priests and nobles. Finally, they too moved out, leaving it a necropolis used only for burial of the dead. The mounds of Moundville were abandoned altogether around 1500 AD. Oh,
And at the
boy.
bottom, there's a C. You can't see this, but it says Alabama Department of Tourism, 1998.
Hold on.
Shit.
There. Sorry, I was able to show it.
Oh boy.
Shit. Ancient burial ground? Fairies?
Okay.
A curse?
All right, hold on. Alabama Department of Tourism is writing about this in 98. Why? To try and get people here?
Perhaps? Was it recently discovered? Was it changed? Did someone build something over it and try to make some half-hearted tribute to the dead that they didn't want?
I want to know. Okay, I'm now furiously scrolling back to 1998. I'm furiously scrolling back to the present, and I want to see if there was a push for tourism recently. If there was anything like through if Moundville was like.
It doesn't show anything like heightening tourism, but it does show that Moundsville area is part of the the national parks. Like, it's a smaller park, but it's like protected.
Yeah.
So it gives you the idea that area is historic. Like, it's a historic thing, which is why there's a pamphlet with the tourism about it.
Yeah. Does it overlap with Willis at all?
It is.
It's in
Willis is inside it?
In Willis.
You know what we could use?
And I will show you real quick.
What were you going to say, Daphne? What could we use?
A park ranger.
I think we've got just the guy.
So if you look at Willis
Crow Lake.
and Crow Lake,
Russellville. All right.
the mounds are like that peninsula. If you go straight down from Willis and over to the right, those hillied areas are the mountains.
I
Interesting.
mean,
It's right in the center of the map. It's right in the center of the circle that's frozen.
yeah.
And that, my friends, is where we ended for tonight.
Wow.
Library research montage. We love a library research montage.
I
you have-
love a research montage.
The Parker home. You've got the mounds.
Yeah.
You've got Crow Lake. You've got Russell. But you've got a lot of leads, a lot of things to like look into.
Shit, we done discovered some new clues.
Wowee.
And make sure that you know, in between this session and next session, really go through those notes and really think about names. And if you need me to send them to you via email, I can send them to you so that you have them.
Yeah.
You can,
Would
Let's
you
just assume that I don't remember anything, and anything.
Yeah,
you want
would
to
you
me
send all of
covered will be
those
useful, yeah.
and we can post them on Patreon this week with another little
Yeah.
handler question? about
done.
where we are?
Absolutely, we can. It's a ton. Maybe we do two, break them up into two because you just got a ton of handouts.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
break
totally.
like half of them up one part of the week and half of them the next part of the week. Friends, family, Googles, gaggle. I said Googles. I meant to say that. I meant to do that. Thank you. Thank you for checking us out. If you're new here, welcome. We are the Gaggle of Goons. We are the Goons. This is Critical Fail DM and the Goons, or the CFDM Network, as we are on Twitch. And this is Goon Files Season 2, Episode 7, as we run through Operation Jack Frost. Kay, would you be so kind as to throw our Patreon and our website and everything in the chat for the new
Sure.
followers, for the new friends?
Sure.
We promise that
It's hotter than a microwave oven in here.
So if you haven't checked these out, please come check us out. We are on the path to partner with Twitch. We're doing really, really well. We've almost streamed 12 consecutive days, different days. We've also almost reached 25 hours total streamed. And we are shooting for, the hardest thing to do, though, is shooting for 75 people in the chat. So we are working toward it. 20 is always great. 40 is even better. We get there all the time. So it's only a matter of time
Tell a friend.
until we are a partner. Tell your friends. Tell them to come check us out on Monday nights. They can always binge watch on our YouTube all the previous episodes if they're interested. And you can always check us out on Tuesday nights as the Baldur's Boys go baldering through the gate.
Back.
I get to watch Baldur's Boys this week.
Yay!
I'm so excited. We don't perform on Tuesdays. I can't wait.
As me and Trevor run through Baldur's Gate 3 and role play the entire thing. One as Drogar Stormbreath, a younger Drogar Stormbreath from our podcast, and the other Dirge, who is his fabulous friend as we are going through that adventure.
Drogar
As they save the
Stone
Forgotten
Breath
Realm.
with plot armor thicker than a dragon's fingernail.
That's true.
It was great. That was really good. That was really good. Our giveaway tonight was brought to you by Arc Dream Publishing, the publishers of our game, Delta Green, and Shane Ivey and Rachel Ivey, who were kind enough to chat with us and to give us these giveaways to spread the word of our dark gods under the mantle of Delta Green. Delta Green is a X-Files-esque TTRPG. You can get it wherever tabletop RPGs are found. You can find it on DriveThru RPG, or you can reach out to Arc Dream and buy it directly from the publisher. They love that. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Does anybody does anybody want to say anything before we raid or sign out for the night?
That website, our criticalfaildm.com website, has gotten a revamp recently. So
Revamp.
if you haven't checked it out in a minute, check it out. There's fan art. There's lots of great information. If you have left us a review on Apple Podcasts, you might see your own review on our website right now. It's got all of our shows collected in in one spot. So if you wanted to check out anything, it's organized all on the website now. So head over there and see what's changed. I think it looks pretty sweet.
And it's mobile
Awesome
responsive.
Yes, it looks good on a phone. Thank you, Jesus. And also,
If you are-
Cthulhu.
If you are still interested in watching some Twitch, we're gonna raid our friend Verido Night. We're gonna go check them out tonight. They got a humble little chat going on right now, and you guys can hang out with them. We are so grateful for you all. Thank you so much. We will see you next Monday night for episode 8
Woo-wee.
of Goon Files Season 2.
Getting down to it.
I already can't wait for season 3.
Yeah,
And,
I can't wait to find out who I come up with when Olivia gets killed off by
No!
another gun.
No.
from
No,
from
she-
all of us here at the CFTM Network, we love you. Take your evening and your sanity rolls with advantage, and we'll see you next week.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.